Woo! What's up, everybody? Oh boy, I'll tell you one thing about this little argument and debate about conservatives versus liberals, and there's black people. like, for some reason, people are gonna look at you differently. Oh, I'm a conservative. I'm making money. But then when you get pulled over by a cop, the same people who say they're conservative are gonna look for the sympathy of the black community. Yes, yes, yeah. That's very interesting. I'm just like, what has conservative? What's up, Gold? Professor? Woo! Like, what has all this liberal and conservative bullshit? It's you playing yourself, people. You're playing yourself. It's no different than a lot of people playing themselves. Let's be fucking honest about some shit, right? We pride ourselves off of the littlest shit as black people, like it's gonna separate us from our blackness. I'm a conservative. Oh, I don't believe in those type of ideals. Oh, really? So what has the conservatism done for you? You're a conservative, but you believe in free market. Hmm, sounds pretty liberal to me. Uh, I'll tell you, man. Oh, they defunded the police. They already defunded $100 million. Yes, and they will circumvent the money into a secret account to still fund the police. The police doesn't run off of tears or thank yous. Sorry. You think they're not going to still get that federal money? They literally have to spend enough money to get more the next year. Okay? See, this is the reason why I don't like debating black folks anymore. I truly don't. What's up, Chaos? Well, I'm on my cell phone. It's probably through the speakers. How do I sound? What's up, everybody? Can you
All
hear me
right,
clearly?
what's good? What's good? Let me see what time is on this
Hey,
clock.
Chaos, can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you good now. Do I have echoes because I'm on the computer
Oh,
today?
no.
I feel like playing a little music before we get. Well, actually, you already started talking, so I don't know if we can
Well,
probably.
you can play the music because I haven't really gotten to it yet. So I'm gonna mute up. Let us play a little bit of music. Give me some time to get a sandwich, crack open the cigars, and we'll be ready to again play a few little ditties for everybody.
Let me see.
Woo! Get
Let me
some
see.
likes up. Get the shares.
Let me see what I have in the. Let me see if I'm able to play it on here. Let me check if I'm able to play it. Let me do a test because I'm. If
We're
not,
gonna have a real nice discussion tonight.
uh, hold on. I'm trying to find something on my computer. Damn.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Is it just me or people play themselves real to the left or real to the right? Even on the dating thing, man, I swear to God, people play themselves hard. Yeah,
They
I'm
do
on
it
my
every
cell phone.
day.
I don't have my headphones on. It's probably just coming through my car.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see if this is gonna be playing because I'm on Chrome. So let's cross our fingers, everybody. Let's hope this works for the best. All
Hopefully,
right,
we
here we go.
get some
Yeah,
jazzy music coming on.
I'm only gonna mix up a little bit until I find your song. So bear with me. Let's see this runs. All right. Oh shit! I don't think it's playing. You don't hear it?
Nope, don't hear.
Shit, man. I hate this shit. What? Hold on. I don't know why someone on this computer never did that. This person never did this, and this is more brand. This computer is not even 2 years old. And it's doing this shit. All right, 1 second, people. Let me figure something. Well, actually, this might work. Yeah, this might work. I think they might have fixed it. I'm hoping. Let's see. Is virtual DJ on here? Shit. No, that's not it. Oh, let me close it and close back out. Let me see if it's working now. Let me re-upload the device. Okay.
What about now? Can people hear me clearly in the chat? What's up, everybody?
They can hear you. Hold on. Patient guys. I'm testing something now. See if it'll pop up.
We're just having a little technical difficulties. Technically, it's getting difficult. But
Okay.
we're gonna talk about how a lot of people play themselves.
Oh yes. It's popping up on the Google Chrome. Share it. Let me see if this will run.
Shit, we got this going. Go for it.
All right, let me see. I think it might play now. Let me
go for it.
All right, let me see. All right. Let me see.
No, not coming through.
It's coming through?
No.
Oh God.
We'll try to figure out something else.
I don't feel like using my other computer, man, for this.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing this now. All right, well, I'll have to go for my other computer then.
Okay, just let me know when you're ready to start. I'll just keep it talking to the masses.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in, guys.
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. I don't have a laptop. Well, I do, but my son's using it for school. So there's a lot of people who play themselves. I was on the Prophet of Thought series, on this panel when I'm listening to the conservatives versus the quote unquote liberals versus the quote unquote conservatives. And I'm sorry, black people play themselves with this fucking political bullshit game. Politics were never meant for you, but it was also designed in such a way to keep you out. But yet, we have become great and greater in such a way that we can use their greatest weakness against their advantage. Oh, excuse me, it's called their system, which we are a part of. A lot of these guys talk about my bank account's this, my bank account's that. No, dude, you got to realize that he who has, the people who have not are going to come after you. Well, I think we should stop welfare. I think that people are going to rob the people who are going to get the money. If you don't have any food in your home, you're going to go to the homes that do, whether if you're invited or not. And see, this is the reason why you got to be very careful with these political ideologies. Because a lot of these jackasses don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And then they want to talk about, oh, we're liberals and all this stuff, and we're progressive. I'm like, nobody gives a fucking damn. What's up, man? Woo! Nobody gives a fucking damn. Why don't you be a black guy trying to make it? Because guess what? The world's going to see you as only one damn thing for sure, and that's one big nigga. Well, I'm a conservative. No, you're a nigga. At the end of the day, that's what they're going to call you, nigga. Yes, I'm on my cell phone live, yes. And I just look at shit. Like, people play themselves. I was talking to a good buddy of mine. He was going through some situations in his life with a woman. And I said, look, don't beat yourself up and don't allow yourself to get beat up. Because a lot of people out there are going to try to play you, and they're going to try to play yourselves. You got to be a good man about it. If a woman comes out and accuses you of talking to another female on the phone, but yet she goes out with a dude, sleeps with him, and gets pregnant, don't allow that motherfucker to guilt you into thinking you did something worse than her. That motherfucker needs help. And you need to get the fuck away from that. because that's a destructive motherfucker. They trying to play you to the left. I remember going out with a chick. She hits me up, say, come out to this little bar. I'm like, cool. I already know what you want me to do. You want me to pay for drinks because it's your birthday weekend any damn way. You want to get on your phone. As soon as I get there, she's all touching, feeling on me, kissing on me, hugging on me. The usual shit, because, it's a motherfucker's je ne sais quoi. So all of a sudden, some guy calls your phone and he needs help and all this other shit. You cash app him the money. And I'm like, I'm laughing that I keep it smooth. And I'm like laughing. I said, Shorty, you have no type of etiquette, do you? Well, what you mean? I'm just trying to help a friend. I said, what if that was the she was on the other foot and I'm doing it right in front of your face like you did me? Well, I will look at you funny. Exactly. See, a lot of women play themselves. We're not just doing with the women. We're going all around about playing yourself. But yet, the next damn day, which was a Wednesday, you wanted me to take you out to eat. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Those 2 drinks I bought for you, I hope they were worth it. See, men shouldn't be afraid to shit test a woman. And honestly, that's where I think males today play themselves. You should test a woman out. If she wants to go for coffee, what are you losing? A cup of coffee? You can't simp coffee. I mean, all right, shorty try to play me. Okay, cool. You got the coffee. Whatever. You got the little drink. Whatever. What you really wanted was somebody to take you out, which ain't going to happen. So you played yourself. You couldn't even show enough fucking tactfulness not to play. But what happens? It's like Kevin Samuels say, a lot of women meet their husbands and their soulmates and they blow it. They show you their narcissistic, their fucking selfish ways, and they blow it. And to be honest, there's a lot of fellas who do the same shit too to women. So I can't just blame the women because a lot of dudes know they blow it when they had a good woman. So when you actually play yourself, here in Baltimore, we call something like that called a dick look. And when you get the dick look, it's very hard to recover. Oh, why? Why is it hard to recover, Officer Faulkner? It's very hard to recover due to the fact that, one, you're going to look like a dumbass regardless. At least bow out gracefully. But you know what happens when people play themselves? They got to go that 1 inch further. They got to beat that horse for one more lap. And oddly enough, you're looking at them like, you do know we see the bullshit you're pulling right now, right? Well, yeah. So why are you going to keep trying to convince me that it's okay? If you wouldn't be okay with it, why should I? Well, you got to understand, my friend needed help. You think you're the only motherfucker he called? I'm smoking a cigar. I'm like, I care less. But you did play yourself. I mean, I'm glad you did because you saved me a lot of money. Hell, I went and spent $15. You saved me like $120. Shit, that's such savings, man. So you can't get mad at shit. You gotta let people play themselves. You gotta let people show them the real you. Or the real part of themselves. So you get a lot of these guys who, oh, you MGTOW guys are like this. No. You should not be afraid to date. You shouldn't be afraid to date. You should always put out a little test to see what that person's about. If that person's about something, they'll show it. That's their character. You can't hide character. If you're a good person and and it comes straight from the heart, that's your character. That's who you are. Same thing if you have a negative aspect or some type of demonic spirit around you. It's your character. Well, that's not me. I'm a changed person. Sure you are. Sure you are. But you're one of those people who, for some ungodly reason, you want to just take the whole world down with you. You wanna you wanna see things in a terrible light. Well, no. Well, it's so you want me to go and you want me to go get some medical help? Yes. If you can't take somebody talking to the opposite sex, non-sexual, and you get all puffed out of your chest mad about it, that's a mental issue. And I'm tired of people in the black community excusing mental issues or being rude or vindictive, and we get to excuse that as a license to hurt someone. To be honest, shit needs to stop. It's very unbecoming of a man or woman. And this is the reason why you have such a disconnect between the men and the women and our fucking community. Why? Because nobody wants to take the time and effort to get to know each other, to understand each other. Nobody wants to take the effort and time to say, you know what? I'm wrong. It takes a hell of a person to say, I'm wrong. Those few words are so amazing, so astounding, that you could take away years of pain, years of anguish and sorrow. But because we're into this modern world where narcissistic tendencies still rule, underrated. Woo, what's up? For some odd reason, we believe this to be sure as shit fact that I have a license to treat everybody else badly. And you're playing yourself. You really think the universe, the ancestors, or whatever creator or gods you pray to is going to allow another person to come into your life? No one can make you happy but you. Don't expect anything external to affect the internal. Happiness is an internal emotion, and there's no external stimuli that can give you the concept of happiness. Yes, it may increase or decrease it, but it cannot put what is not there. Sorry. You're playing yourself. It's no different than a guy who goes to a job and he's treating this job like he could get another one, especially in this type of climate where not only COVID, but automation is kicking our asses when it comes to employment. He goes around, he fucks around and bullshits his job, calls off, does whatever the fuck he wants to do, and the next thing you know, boom, you're let go. Why? You played yourself. You played a game that was not meant to be played. You're playing checkers with a chess master. Worst off, you're playing checkers many a times with people who mastered the game of Risk. Well, it's just like those fools who were on Prophet of Thoughts joint. How you going to talk about being conservative when the world looks at you as one big nigga? No amount of clothing, no amount of money is ever going to make you look better than what the fuck you are in the eyes of people who don't respect you. Sorry. It's not going to happen. What will happen is your mistreatment. That's guaranteed. What will happen is your people being disenfranchised. And when I want you to think about this one important thing. In Nazi Germany, did they care who the conservatives and the liberals of the Jews were? Or did they all get pushed into that oven together? So why can't black people think the same way? Interesting. I tell you, man, these people who say I'm conservative, I'm this, I'm that, why don't you actually come together and start your own damn political party? But you're not in competition with that white man, are you? You know why? Because you're shit scared. You're looking for brownie points for people who don't respect you. You're looking for someone to come out and give you this prosperity preaching and save you. But as soon as they get your vote, as soon as they get whatever they want from you, this is what's going to happen. You ready? Boom. Boom. That's exactly what, how many years have all these politicians done that to black people as soon as they got what they wanted from you? Ask the black feminists. Ask some of the people when we were emancipated. Go look at the history books. That's how we're treated. No amount of money is going to make you special in the eyes of people who can't stand you. That's going to make a bigger target on your back. And you think that you can be an island among your own? You playing yourself, you damn fool. How the hell you're a conservative, but you love free market? How the hell can you be? Because if you're really conservative, you got a cap on what you can make. You don't have all this free marketing shit. But once again, the people are going to ask me, and I literally had a panel Saturday full of cops where anybody can ask questions and we answer them to the best of our abilities and very honest and candidly. And once again, these fucking fools thought, you don't know how this works. You think the government is known for circumventing money. Somehow, when they're looking to audit you, you can come up with $40 million like it's lost in your sports jacket you wore for the Christmas party. I'm telling these fools how the system works. And they're so stupid and stuck in their own understanding, they actually think that people are going to defund the police department when they're going to just circumvent it and say, hey, we got this anonymous contributor to the police department. Hey, where did this money come from? Let's say just by chance they defund the police because if you believe that, you'd be playing yourself. They're going to put that money into your education. No. Into your streets. Hell no. Motherfuckers still got potholes and everything in them. Are they going to put it into your sanitation? No. So you want these people to let that money sit and do what they want with it. Some people play themselves. One thing I'll say in the spirit of playing yourself, I'm not a disingenuous brother. I don't discount people's thoughts that much. If somebody lived through a certain area or a certain era, and I lived through it, but I was younger, it doesn't mean I don't understand it. I might have been younger, but I understand the concepts. You're talking to a guy who was pretty advanced intellectually at 10. Remember when I told you about dumbing yourself down? You had to, because you didn't want to take a lot of the issues that goes on with being smart. And yes, it is an issue being smart and being young. You're not liked. So I remember we were having my brother Artisan, myself, and Arta Forte was on our New Styles channel, and he was telling us about comics were getting popular in the 90s. And myself and Art were like, dude, no, it wasn't. It was actually popular, starting to get popular in the 2000s because that's when all the big budget movies came out. And once you realize that, that's when the popularity of books started to boom. It's like you got to value people who live the same time with you. You don't want to play yourself in that predicament. Like, I could tell you about the comic book boom. I literally was a reading kid. I read Wizard magazine and they spoke about the shit. I went to a comic book store. If it wasn't a Rite Aid, I'd go to a comic book store if I was able to. But there was shit on 2020, and yes, at the TGIF, I was the faithful man to watch 2020. Some of that shit was interesting and riveting, and yes, I used the word riveting. Where they talked about the comic book boom and other mature things. So you might have been older, not knocking his mistakes, but I'm like, I know about this shit. I mean, guess what? They even have documentaries on it. And even when I look at the documentaries, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was what's up. And I'm like, geez, I'm not trying to knock my man Artisans because he got his experiences, I got mine. But at least we came to it and we talked about it like men. It was a wonderful thing. And it's not like, hello? And it's not like, yeah. And it's not like a case where one person's smarter than the other. I'm just like, I know of it. May not know everything of it at that time, but when I researched and read about it, I was like, oh, I heard about this. Even then, even at like around 10 years old, 10, 12 years old, when a lot of the shit was going down, you're like, oh. And you're reading the news, and like, that's a lot of the popularity was in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s, usually around the 2000s. Especially when they were getting X-Men movie, which I thought would never be made. I'm just sorry. It was one of those movies you're like, huh? Yeah, because it was one of those movies I never thought it would be never be made, because I was like, man, that's a lot of fucking special effects. Do we have that shit today? Obviously we do, because we got a whole fucking cinematic universe for both Marvel and DC. And it was like, wow. Because I can tell you when it really picked off, like, yeah, it was the and I'm not lying with Artisan. Yeah, the fucking 92 X-Men cartoon was kick ass. But it didn't really kick off till like the 2000s like that. Because if you notice, a lot of the comic book cartoons started to die off.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one you think died off the cartoon?
A lot of them started to die off. Like, I think 92 X-Men did about three seasons, maybe 4. Spider-Man did a couple of seasons, but it started to die. But it started to die off.
90. Yeah. But Spider-Man was really good. It lasted long.
Spider-Man.
X-Men. Matter of fact, people were
Spider-Man
demanding
was pretty.
X-Men. They were neck and
Spider-Man.
neck. They were neck and neck, actually.
Yeah, they were neck and neck. Like, because it was like you had a little bit of a boom, but it kind of died off and it just exploded right in the 2000s. Like the X-Men, then you had Spider-Man and all this other crazy shit. So, what was Superman Returns? When did that come out?
2009.
2009.
Anybody fact check? Double check?
Yeah, if you could look at Google. Because I'm looking at it because I'm like, like 2009.
Unless you want me to Google it.
If you could Google it. It was just it was an interesting conversation because I know how passionate people are about their books. And like artists have said, nobody's trying to out-geek anybody. Which was funny. I'm gonna put that on a fucking t-shirt. And yes, I fucking stole it. I fucking stole it, artist, and I'm stealing this shit. Yeah, because it was like it.
They said it came out in 2006. Let's check.
And I know they picked up like other things because it was like weird because
you
didn't see.
Go ahead, sorry.
You started to see more of the boom in 2000 because like Art said, you saw like a lot of the big budget money coming in. So,
can anybody know what was the first besides Blade back in 1998 that saved from not losing, going complete bankrupt with all their rights to all the characters?
Well, Blade was the start of the modern superhero movie genre.
Yeah, but not also that, but they saved the comic book industry because they were really dead in the water. And
it brought interest back into it.
Because people said, well, all else fails, brother, they go turn to the black man to save the day.
Yeah, and it was funny. I'll say this about Blade. Blade is still very watchable. It aged very well. It's not campy. It's not corny. You see some black guy kicking ass. It was also Spawn. Spawn gave it a boost of life. Was it Spawn or just... I know it's Spawn because Spawn was the front runner for Image. Because you had, Eric Larson, Jim Lee, you had Rod Littlefield. You had so many goddamn artists, including these, but they rode the back of Spawn. It was weird. Like the 90s was like a weird time. Exciting as a motherfucker, but it was a weird time. I mean, every goddamn hero was brooding. I hope this motherfucker over here don't hit my car. Motherfucker looked like the son of Sam too, by the way.
Oh shit! Careful that crazy niggas.
Because I know
it's kind of good to have.
I know it was weird because I know the death of Superman pretty much like created inflation of fucking comics. I know the X-Men hype was probably around the cartoon. Then it started to die off because they had that fucking Executioner song shit. And it was like, oh god, like it made it a little convoluted. I mean, it was nice to have Strife and all that shit, but it was a little convoluted.
Yeah.
But it was so blessed to see that Jim Lee fucking art, man. Good God Almighty. I mean, that motherfucker could draw some comic books, can't he? If anybody want to come up here, they could come up here on the chat.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the thing working now, but y'all got.
Oh, don't worry. We'll play some. We'll play some music in the interlude.
Take a like a little quick grab your nut.
We'll play some music in an interlude. But I'll ask you fellas something. Like, what is up with human beings playing themselves so hard now? Thank you, underrated. And by the way, people might think I'm getting annoyed. I know y'all can't hear it, but my notifications ringtone was like by the power of Grayskull, so it's like, God damn it, we already know He-Man. Shut up. But it's funny how people actually play themselves. And I'm just looking at this chick on a date. You call me out here. You already drink. You want me to get these drinks in, but yet you cash apping people some dude money, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I had to tell her, about Wednesday. Yeah, I'm busy, but you didn't think about. Yeah, I'm busy. Like my man from Facebook, I got to go.
All right.
I'm like, you're trying to be slick about $15? Like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you could have got a lot more out of me if you were nicer. But then again, that's pretty much the black community, right?
Yeah, basically in a nutshell. Always trying to get over. Always. Yeah, man.
And then I'm talking to some dudes about I'm conservative. Like, how did being conservative ever help you and your people? Well, I'm going to stand here and we're going to do this. And I'm like, yo, you think after using you? Speculators market started late 90s, early 80s, or excuse me, late 80s, early 90s because comics were booming due to the cartoons, which is why the speculators market fueled the bust of the vitamin. Yeah, and plus that, like, it started a lot of shit because this is the reason why Artisan and Art I Miss Wizard magazine. It's like you ever have a hobby that is cool and you got your select people who are into your hobby, but once it becomes mainstream, that's when it becomes polluted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Due
yeah.
to the cartoon
Yes.
toy sales and a good comic run by Jim Lee and other artists in late 80s.
Yeah, and it was like it's almost like here comes the people who talked about it now. Here they come to fuck it all up. Come on, fuck it all up. Yeah, that's when it resurged. That's when it really got popular. Like when they put big budget movies like into it. Like I remember like the 90s Flash series. That was a slick ass costume, by the way. So a lot better than that old leather chap shit. Look like stripper Flash or some shit. But my man said if you let it though. I mean, it's the same thing about video games. I enjoy them. If you enjoy them, cool. But it gets like, oh god, don't come over here and start talking to me about a franchise I've been playing for like goddamn 15, 20 years. You just don't want to hear that. It's like I don't watch basketball. I don't care for basketball too much. I don't go telling people, hey, that's not how you play. Like, do you even know what happened? No, it's halftime, you dumb motherfucker. Oh shit. Sorry.
Right. That's the.
I'm not. Oh, go ahead.
That's the stats, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? They ain't playing. That's it. You don't want to watch shit no more. Now you're a dumbass. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I try my best not to play myself in a lot of shit. And it's like you should always want to learn something new. Oh shit! I keep forgetting this rural farms actually serve like wine and beer.
Yeah.
Shoot. But keep the conversation going, Chaos, and I'll underrated. I'm gonna order my food real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Dang, what's going on, brother? How you feel?
I'm good, man. Let me pause this. I don't know if you can hear no background noise. Let me stop this. All right. Yeah. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Let me check what's in the chat and see what everybody's active before I say something.
Yeah, and I shared the live out.
Oh, it's cool. Cool. I was not really a comic book person. I normally watch the TV and movies of these comic books. But I will say this, that when I was watching a documentary of this so-called comic cinema from not the DC perspective, but mostly the Marvel, because DC was doing pretty well up until the 2000s with their movies and comic books. But Marvel started to take a greater shift around late 2000s. You get me? If we can go back, what were the movies back then? DC was still hanging on. But what separated them from Marvel, Marvel decided to produce their own movies without a third party. And that's when they skyrocketed back in 2008. Hence the first project, Iron Man. Then the all has
which was a hell of a gamble, by the way.
No, my fact that when I go back 12 years ago in that, bro, that was actually a smart move. Because they could have started with any popular Marvel comic character. But it would have made sense. You get me? So what they do? They start with the underdog. The one that's not
you couldn't. Well, you couldn't start with a. You couldn't start with. You could branch off a lot from Tony Stark because he's an inventor. So you could branch off into a lot of stuff. You couldn't do Spider-Man yet because they didn't own the rights. Sony still owned it.
No, Spider-Man makes sense doing Spider-Man. It's too saturated. I would have started with some character that's really we have not seen in films yet like that. The time when, even with the things we had now, like the imagery, digital imagery and all that stuff, it was the right time to push for Iron Man. You get me? For the possibilities. And after Iron Man, what came out after Iron Man? I'm trying to remember. I think it was Captain America. Hold on. Is my thing working? Oh shit.
You're good. I can hear you.
Okay, that's what I make sure. Yeah, and then there was the Hulk, then Thor. I mean, I gotta pull up the chronology of the timetable when movies came out during that time. Let me do that now. Be patient, people. Oh, and the Superman movie that came out back in 2006 made like roughly 4 million. What's it for? Yeah, it made only 400 million. Damn. Yeah, well. But let's check. I think it's Marvel Studios. Marvel movie orders. I think that's the order. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, I think this is the one. Yeah. Damn, Charles, a lot of movies got pushed back because of this corona shit, man. The New Mutants came out this year. What they call this one is called Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Oh, they got a trailer of this. Who's that? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm back, folks. Whew, shit.
Yeah, a lot of movies.
But yeah, I mean, thanks to COVID, shit got a little boring. I'm just praying to God,
Oh, Shriek
this whole, huh?
I know the woman that plays Shriek is black shit.
Well, it's been owned by Marvel's been owned by the mouse for a minute.
Was the black chick from was all Shriek of the Black?
Who?
Shriek. I think it's the character's name Shriek.
For what movie?
Oh, this chick's from not from this country. She's from England. Ain't that a bit?
The one who played Cherie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's British.
Has anybody? I got started looking at these two that are black that's playing wolf. Are they even from America?
No, some was from Canada, a few from Canada. There were some. I mean, they had their parents were from the continent, but they were born or raised in the UK. So a lot of actors are like that. Like half the Walking Dead cast is like British and shit.
Yeah. Let them
It's
be.
like funny to hear everybody talk with all these westernized accents and all these country accents, and then when they get to the interviews, everybody's sounding like they're having tea and crumpets.
Yeah.
If y'all
Okay.
hear that, fuck yeah, I don't wear my seatbelt.
Oh,
Riding
okay.
dirty.
It was Captain America. I mean, not Kevin. Sorry. Iron Man. The Hulk came out the same year. Then Thor came out with the same time as Captain America came out. That same in 2011. Fantastic Four came out.
Oh shit. I gotta go back. Left my food. Ain't that a bitch?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Got bumped off.
Oh, the first Captain America movie came out 30 years ago. Ain't that it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the plastic shield. You can if you look very closely, you can almost see the string and the guy pushing it while it's being thrown.
What is Generation X? What is this?
Generation X.
I never heard of that.
That's if you give Jubilee her own X-Men team. Like,
really?
Like Artisan's right. They were like I remember Artisan said it, and he was right about this. They were like pushing the X fucking they were just pushing out fucking X books. It was like you had X-Men Blue, which was Cyclops' team. You had X-Men Gold, which was Storm's team. Then you had X-Force, X-Factor, Generation X, the Hellfire Club, the Hellions. God damn. Artisan said it, and he was right about this. They were like push. Got the YouTube on and shit. It was like they were pushing out everything X at one point. The same way they're doing Spider-Man with the Spider-Verse shit, they're doing the same stuff. Everything's a goddamn push. Like, hey, if they got an X on it, sell it.
Well, the real Eric Collins, they're gonna be in the universe, but it's gonna be prolonged.
X fucking somebody got their own YouTube on.
Wait, hold on. I don't get you. Who has YouTube on? Hello? Bill Aaron Collins, can you hear me? Actually, brother, the X-Men will not be present. And I don't think they ain't gonna be assembled until roughly 2028 at most, maybe 29. The pushback. They're trying to build up the foundation of X-Men with the what do you call it, the Eternals?
The Eternals are like
they're the very first people that interbreed with America, with humans in the Earth that create what we call X-Men.
Like and humans are like just it's basically a push to do the more far out galaxy and celestial beings out there. So it's gonna be interesting who's the big bad guy gonna be built up to now. So I guess you could say this is gonna be the more diverse Marvel.
It's gonna be galactic.
We're gonna go for Marvel diversity. Yeah.
So that's gonna be like years from now, right?
Galactus is gonna be years from now. What's up, Aaron Collins? So we're gonna get shit like that, just like the Justice League movie was gonna be a 3-part movie. Now we're getting like 4.
Do you ever think they're gonna bring back Spawn?
Yeah, they are. I mean, COVID just pretty much slowed shit down, but matter of fact, I think they were supposed to get Jamie Foxx to play Al Simmons.
What?
I mean, hell, Jamie Foxx is about to play Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, sure. That is true though. Yeah.
Put a little muscle on him and give him a list. Teach him how to box. You got Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I need a movie role.
Yeah. Let me see. Officer Charles, take Baltimore back to promise.
Yeah, that's gonna
Super.
that's gonna have to be like a fucking 10-year arc.
Yeah.
That's what you came back for.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
What's your order? What's your order, bro?
Italian sub.
Oh man, make me hungry. Oh.
I know. That's the shitty thing about working midnight. You just try not to get that midnight 10, 20 pounds. I mean, but
Yeah.
some people caught the midnight 50 pounds. Jesus Christ. Oh. Lordy, 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 Lordy. But I have to speak about this shit. What is it with Negroes obsessing about political parties? Like,
Wow.
like I have to go back to this shit. I'm just wondering, like, we'll get back to the comics, don't y'all worry. But what is up with that? Like it's
they
funny.
Yeah,
Like
it
when
is.
me and Artisan and Forte, well, we had it wasn't even really a disagreement. It was just saying what we knew about comics. And we took it as a joke. And it was like, okay, cool. But you should hear them at the profit of thought. And it's like, well, liberalism killed 20,000 black babies. Really? Really? But as soon as you bring up, what do white women and other races of women do? Well, why are you worried about them? Why are you worried about black women if you're saying you don't like them?
Yeah.
One thing a motherfucker don't like is the truth.
Yeah, they don't like it, the truth, because I did a live like early yesterday morning. It was late yesterday morning. That black woman wants to be the judge.
Judge, jury, and executioner, baby.
Executioner, right? So I feel I made my points. What I've been through, another black man been through, and then what I see. So it was a young lady that I knew for a long time on YouTube. She said that's untrue. How you gonna say it's untrue? I said explain it's untrue.
Well, she's gonna have to come up with a real good rebuttal, and don't use the factor that it's me. No. If we look at y'all and say, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna keep looking till we find a good one. Cool. There's some men who said, look it, I'm out the dating world. I'm like Duncan MacLeod in the first series of The Highlander. The first season, first 3 episodes, he's out the game. I'm out, done. But not me, but some people are.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you want to listen to the truth about how fucked up political parties are?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, like, well, I'm gonna be conservative and I got my money and I got this? Like, who cares about your money? Because everybody in America right now, well, the majority of us are damn near 1 or 2 checks away from being homeless. Does that matter?
Yeah, but that's how some of them think. That's how majority of them think, especially in this sector, Charles.
And I'm just thinking to myself, you get pulled over by the police, something happens that you don't like, even if everything could be done well, something happened you don't like, you're gonna use your platform or whatever voice you got to be like, I felt like I was mistreated. Why? Because you were conservative or because you were black? I'm waiting.
It seems that they want to identify of a party instead of your own self, your own race. It's like they
Yeah,
put their race secondary, and then firstly, this is I represent, but you forgetting that you're black.
yeah,
You forgetting that you're still in these conditions, and so it's sad because you and Deb of a two party that never did anything for us as a people already.
exactly. And here's the worst part about it. I'm listening to this motherfucker talk about Tamir Rice. Whatever you believe about Tamir Rice and all this other shit, it's a fucked up situation. You don't want to live with your conscience if you got to shoot a kid. You don't. Unless he's about to take a knife or a gun to somebody and he's about to kill. Even then, you try your best not to. You just pray to God that there's another way. How can you tell you live in two damn different worlds? You have Tamir Rice shot by the police, but then you have Kyle Rittenhouse, current in AR-15, has shot people already, and no bullet holes.
None.
I'm not projecting violence. I'm just talking the facts.
Hmm.
But you're trying to tell me that it's good to be conservative when, guess what? If you're conservative or not, are you going to be treated because of the color of your skin or because of your party affiliation?
Hmm.
And I look at shit the same way I asked a brother years ago. Do you see more discrimination being black or being gay? Well, he was like, being gay.
Okay.
I said, so when you're a mile down the street coming up the block, people are going to be like, hey, that gay colored guy over there or that black guy over there. See, people forget what the obvious sticks out as.
Hmm.
And we do a damn good job being disingenuous about shit that we can see readily available in our fucking faces.
Yeah. And go more on your point, Charles. And I think what the sad thing about it, we are letting class get in the way of us as a people too.
Yes.
And that's also to say, oh yeah, well, I got a big house and I got two cars, I got a nice family. They ain't gonna stop me. I
You think
don't know
they're not?
I don't think what world you live in. Oh, now you got stopped now. Oh, you want to be in this conversation.
Yeah.
So that's what I told people. You gotta be very careful how you language things when you talk about damn class, and also go alongside what you're saying. We got a lot of lost sheep out here, Charles.
Yeah. It's no different than the whole debate about Cardi B and Candace Owens. It was a little entertaining, but it was played.
Mm-hmm.
You got two chicks being catty to the motherfucker, arguing back and forth for toys. Yes, we know that Cardi B can't speak. Yes, we know Cardi B's a stripper and a ratchet. What else changed? Do I think she was trying to lowball Candace saying, because your husband's white? And she tried to use some excuse? Yeah. It's like, really? You're going to marry a white man and you're talking the political views you're saying about black people. You don't think nobody was going to use that as a launch board to send their missiles at you?
Hmm?
You're a dumb motherfuckers who didn't think they were going to.
Yeah.
What's up, Nick? Agree what Nick said. The black conservatives is not much unlike the black LGBT, the black liberal, the black feminist. Rather than approaching their stated purpose of their party like YT supremacists, do self erase yourself. See, you gotta understand. They look at it like they want to be the difference. It's like you ever seen in 90s and like the 90s in high schools, you had the golf people, you had the jocks, you had the nerds, you had all these different factions. They want to be the top faction. I'm conservative. Let me see what else he said. A big woo to you, Charles, for cutting through the bullshit and calling out how black people cover behind all these topics, not to mention religion. That's also another can of, oh, trust me. I'm going to tell you what I told somebody one time. See, when you lost, they give you religion. When you want to be found, God gives you spirituality. I should think about that for a second. Because I love my black people. I just think that sometimes we could be the most full of shit out of anybody. Here it is. We want equality. We want to treat everybody. We want people to treat us with respect. But do we treat ourselves with respect? If you have a black guy trying to make his grades, do you terrorize him? I hope not. And I'm not trying to be on no old conservative talking points. But at the same time, even if we're going to be different, look what the Asians do. The Chinese hates the Japanese. The Japanese looks down upon the Chinese. But when it comes to making that money, guess who's going to stick together? That Asian culture. You best believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Because they thinking of the bigger economic picture instead of we just think regional. We are too emotion of what we want to do, and it's holding us back. And time is really ticking, and it's and that's the sad thing about it.
Yeah. I always like to ask people this one question: what is your end game?
Yeah.
Go to somebody from. I wish I could get somebody from BLM. One day, talk to somebody from Antifa. Somebody from this fucking alt-right shit and all this other shit. What's your end game? We're trying to make America great again. How?
Right.
Well, we're trying to get some conservative values. I was like, how?
How? Right.
Like, did Cerulean and BGS not explain to people till nauseum that we don't have any real conservatives in America? True conservatism is in China and Russia, and most likely Greece. Because if you're really that conservative, you're going to pay for everything as the man.
Yep.
Well, my money good. My money all this. I got money in my bank account. Good. And
right.
if this economy tanks, how good is that money?
Right. And what's the value of the money is going to be? What's good of the value? You can't use it.
Can't even wipe your ass with it. It'll be worthless. I said, so what these little conservatives who get some chump change need to do, they need to actually start to invest in their communities. Because throughout history, correct me if I'm wrong, the lower caste somehow, in some way, will overthrow the upper caste. And they will lob your heads off, well, verbally, hopefully not physically, and verbally put your head on a pike.
Yep.
So if shit gets hard, they're gonna come to your house and take shit from you.
Mhm.
But if you want to maintain your fortune, why don't you invest into your people? Because it makes too much fucking sense.
Right. And it would take away from them because they know that they got to share, and then they don't, quote unquote, they still want to be in elite status and stuff. But that's another conversation.
Yeah, you can't be an elite. You cannot say you're an elite. You're playing yourself,
Oh,
hence the title. If you think that you're gonna be elite when the people around you are starving,
right.
well, all the food, including your ass, looks pretty good to eat.
Mhm.
But you can't tell a nigga shit about history. I'm a conservative. Says who? Do you
Just
go to
say
these rallies? Do you go to these little campaigns? Did you go to the? I'm a registered independent. I don't vote. I don't care for the two-party system. Get somebody else up there.
yeah,
If you got two people at eventually it's going to be two sides of the same coin.
yeah. And basically they're just gonna group up and do the same thing. So this is the question that I would ask them. Stop saying that you're conservative and just say that you are capitalist. Just say it. You're both playing
Uh,
the same game. Stop it.
Nick said, Charles, not to divert from the topic, but have you ever heard of done anything with Mr. Research? But you have a very smooth and gentlemanly way of talking about things. Not yet. I'm sure one day it's going to come in some way.
And I would say this though too. That's got to be more brother got to engage the conversation. It cannot be just same group of brothers.
No, I cannot. You got to learn something from the military. Multiple minds is even better than the greatest mind on earth because you see things from different aspects,
Hmm.
different vectors. So, if you really believe in conservatism and pulling people up by their bootstraps, you would do what other conservatives do and pull their people up by their bootstraps. Oh, but we're not supposed to get government help, even though that's what all the people who were conservatives did.
Hmm.
We're not supposed to do that. See, I cannot stand people who think they know more than you, especially when they talk about subjects they really don't understand. Well, we had all these cities in Black Wall Street. Yeah, but who took it away?
Right.
Well, black people started shopping elsewhere.
Okay.
Black people, like any other people, will go where the good deals are. If you had a box of fried chicken and your chicken was plump, fresh, crispy than a motherfucker, will white people come shop at your store for food? Yes. But they don't want to talk about how Black Wall Street was economically and physically bombarded.
Yeah. And even in Rosewood, Florida too. That I
Uh-huh.
feel that she got more. She got more no notarization, but that's true. You know how it went down. No.
Let's think about this. Anytime you got a Black Wall Street or a Rosewood and you're in an economically booming, the first thing they're going to do is destroy your stuff so you can bring that money right back to us. And it's crazy because I hate it when people want to gloss over history. Did my organization or my department, the BPD, have some fucked up people in it? Yes. I'm never going to say, oh, well, we never had that. Yes, we had some fucked up individuals. Yes, we did. This is what we're going to do to prevent more fucked up individuals. Any questions? You'll never hear that argument.
Nope.
You'll never hear, okay, this is what we should do. You'll never hear the brother saying, okay, I made money doing this. I want my brothers to come make money with me.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen a bunch of niggas with coochies trying to have a dick measuring contest.
Yeah.
Like it's like a bunch of eunuchs trying to get a dick measuring contest or something.
Yeah.
Like, are you really? What's up, Craig Harper? Woo! It's like, what's your fucking end game? Well, I think we should get rid of food stamps.
Okay.
So you like people starving on the street?
I want to get rid of unemployment. Oh, so you want them to lose their house and their resources? I got it.
Like,
so what's the end? Like you said, what's the end game?
What's the end game? And notice how cruel-minded they became. That's cruel. There used to be something called, believe it or not, chat, there was a word called humanity. I know it's scary. Where we actually gave a damn about a person.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't let a little kid starve.
Mm-hmm.
Where we became better people, helping people who were less fortunate. Where the fuck did we get this selfish ass mindset from? Like, I never got that. Man, Craig Harper said, Charles, I heard black business. I have heard of black business, and us working together, so I came running. Yeah, that's the funniest part. There's an old saying: you don't live to yourself, you don't die to yourself. There's a symbiotic relationship with everything. Mm-hmm. There used to be a fucking humanity, but I've noticed this. All these guys who take these liberal, conservative views are cruel.
Yeah.
I want to see the children and the women pay for this. Nah. Like y'all some pussy Nazis or something.
Yeah.
Like, god damn. Like,
but see,
like you got it. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll wait.
Like, for some God explained reason, you see a little kid there, 4 or 5 years old, hungry. You know they're hungry. Their clothes are dirty. You gonna just walk past them? Mm-hmm. What the fuck happened to them? Like, nigga, who raised you?
Mm-hmm.
Animals wouldn't do that. There's animals who would take care of another species young.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But you want to be a concern? Like, how would you? And it's funny because I swear to God, there be some fronting and caping niggas on fucking YouTube. Caping, I mean, they cape so hard, Superman's jealous. Mm-hmm. You talk about my money's all good. Your money bestows you nothing. Mm-hmm. When you don't even help the less fortunate.
And check this out, though. And some of the people who talk like that, they got outside network money making, but you rather give it to the oppressor, thinking that you're helping them, but while your own people are suffering. And to me, they should get dealt with. That's how I feel about it.
I'm just like, yo, on a fundamental level, as black people, we used to have a fucking heart.
Yeah, I remember that.
We used to have people, even the drug dealers would help the old ladies with their bags or pay for their groceries.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with artists. Yes, I'm that old, artist. I'm old enough to remember those days. Just fucking with you, artist. You still my boy. Wasn't even an argument. It was just a discussion about comics and some jokes. But we had some honor about ourselves. We were men. See, what happened was black men start equating their fucking existence to pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And we devalued our own masculinity in the process.
Mm-hmm.
If we couldn't be in service to them, we couldn't do this for them, we're worthless. No. Grab life by the fucking balls and take over. Go search for your purpose. There shouldn't be a motherfucker here not working out at least 3 times a week. 4, if you really, especially if you're obese, 4. It's funny. I'm trying not to just shit on people because I did enough of that shit in the arguing, but your conservatism does nothing.
Yeah,
And I'm just looking at it like, yo, we're not gonna last too long out here. We're not gonna last too long out here.
Yeah.
I want to
And
get you fellas. I want to get you fellas ideas on it.
Well, you can go ahead, Chavo.
No, I'm good. I'm done for right now. But I want to hear y'all.
I want to say this. Cause I had to step out. I was well. My thing is this question: do black people want to survive? That's the question. They think to sit down and hope that we're black, we're strong, we're people, which we are in a way, but that's not going to lead to any survival in this 21st century. As you know, they already know what it's a projection how they want the view of this country in regards to us and them. And I think our people are fine with it. There's no really sense of urgency because, to be honest with you, brothers, a lot of men, just in general, as a collective, very complacent. That's why you feel when we ask about what we have to do some actual work to really have the result that's needed to put us in a better position. A lot of people don't want to hear it, brothers. They say, "Oh no, don't worry. We'll just put this person in. We'll just wait for some laws change, and we're good." But how? You're not even forcing people to change their behavior towards you or to give what is rightfully yours. Sitting back and just doing pretty much nothing. They're just gonna give you the same thing. That's how it works. The white man. It's like this. What Amos Wilson said. If you want the white man to give you something, you gotta fight. He only respects actual fight towards him. Work. It's always proven this throughout history. Why do you think a lot of military people that fought for this country, he gives up something? Because he respects when you put yourself in danger to fight. Hell, even fighting him, he'll have more respect for you. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to my esteemed brothers, Charles Faulkner, Chaos, Rain, Andre Dark. What's going on, brothers?
Woo! What's up? What's up?
What's going on? What's going on, brother?
So what do you think about it? How people play themselves? See,
I see it every single day. I mean, it's like that old expression that goes like this: that it's best to be thought of as a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
mm-hmm.
And And basically, when people open up their mouths, they literally play their hand every time. It's like, just shut up, but they don't. Everyone always has to try to be right. Everyone has to always try to be correct. And then a lot of times it's like they're digging themselves deeper. It's like you might want to put that shovel down because you're making your hole a whole lot bigger.
Mm,
And that's what I look at it like.
mhm.
How the hell can you expect you to become richer and your people stay poor? You have no backbone.
There's
That's like
nothing.
there's nothing holding you up. You know why people from China can open up stores and shit? Because they got the Bank of China backing them up, being their spinal cord.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
We got into this notion of this rugged individualism, which does not work.
Work at all.
You're trying to, and then this guy trying to be like, oh, you trying to make people seem like a victim. Oh, yes, man. So we should be scared of the white man. I'm like, okay, how many black people in America? About 45 to 48 million, right? Compared to 175 to 200 white people. Excuse me, 275, 175 to 200 million white people. So, are black people known for having guns in their house? Typically, not really. We may have them in small pockets, but is that enough to defend the entire race? No. You have to have some realistic ideology of like, look, what can I do that's best for my people, for us to survive? Well, you guys gave up. We had businesses and stuff, but you guys had civil rights. Would you still like to be lynched
Mhm.
in the middle of fucking downtown Baltimore? Just picked up. Oh, you looking at my wife's butt? Picked up, beat up, and you're lynched. Nobody said a word.
Right.
Or or you walk in the street as a black man of any city and get gunned down for nothing. Just for nothing. Like you go you do shopping. You get gunned down, or you on your way home you get gunned down.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What's the implant for that? But see, I talked to some people when I live in Virginia. Oh, you gotta understand, it's the neighborhood that you live in. Oh, so you don't think that does happen to you because again, you got the nicer resources.
Well, baby,
Oh, I see you got stopped in the street. So what? So welcome to my world. Welcome to our world.
yeah, then they
There's
want sympathy and pity. And the interesting thing about it is like, okay, so what they're basically saying is, so because the neighborhood I live in, I'm supposed to be criminalized because I live in because I can't afford to move to your high end neighborhood. Is that it? That's basically what they're saying. And it's even with these rappers out here. Some of these rappers get on my damn nerves. They're always rapping about what they got, their gold and their cars and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with having that. I'm not hating on them, but I don't want to hear that all the time. I got bitches and I got the bag and all that. Yeah, we can see that, and probably half that shit is rented anyway. The record label brought that it as quiet as it's kept because you probably can't keep it because you're still paying studio fees. But see that's just the image they want to project.
but we have to understand this too that they don't know. They really don't know what's going on because they was not being taught. They being taught turn the other cheek. We're gonna give you this bag. Shut your trap and do what you have to do. While people out here is suffering, I think this is what I want to see. I hope that one day us as black people in this country, we go to our elite and stop robbing them and take it away and give it to them, implement something so the ones that in the bottom we could bring them up. So this is I said this is how it's going to be. because they get it's too much now. It's really too much. There's no empathy there. Like you said, Charles, there's no humanity there. I actually see now as you being the serve that serve our country, you even got veterans are starving with families.
That
We
is
don't care.
that is very true. Like, no worry, I'm gonna answer Craig's question in a minute. You know, if I saw Chaos's family or Ern's family, even if we had a disagreement and your kids needed food, hey, what's up, B Hawkins? I would feed you. I would feed your family. You know, we had some honor about ourselves. We were very honorable people.
Yeah, we did.
Nowadays, we pride on how fucking dirty we can do each other. Ain't that a bitch?
Hmm.
Well,
Let
you
me
know
see
what
what.
Charles said?
Go
We
ahead.
had like you said, we had a code of honor. It's like we had some ethic. It was really a village mentality.
Hmm. Because that was the only way we could survive. And people forget we're the lowest rung in the country. We can only survive together. Black women have learned that the hard way. They've learned it. Well, we're not feeling protected. Welcome to our world.
Right.
If you listen to us, we can protect you. And people used to think it was funny. I had two of my boys, two of my brothers, right? We talked. One's married, one's not. And we literally talked for an hour about how come the black man can't get respect. We don't ask for much, just some goddamn respect, people.
That's all we want. That's all we want. Hmm.
It's bad enough we got to go face the forces of evil, walking out the door. Why can't we get the respect coming back in? Yes, I am from, like, people don't believe it. Well, Charles, you don't respect female empowerment. I'm the first motherfucker to say, go here, girl, get that degree, but use it for your people and not against us. Let me answer Craig's question. Charles, I don't want to change the subject, but them cops getting hit in Compton, thoughts? Excuse me. What's the atmosphere at the police department when this happens?
I mean,
I,
damn. I
I'll,
was really asking,
I'll say this.
but all right,
I don't know what it's
yeah.
about because it could be some random jackass who want to kill a cop one day. It could be some crooked cops with some bad dealings. We don't know. I'm not going to speculate on what it is because when you're willing to shoot a cop, that means you'll shoot anybody.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm
it's
in
a
that area too. And I know that particular area where those cops got shot. I know that area quite well.
yeah, and it doesn't. And I'm guessing that's not the most affluent area, is it?
No, it's not. Matter of fact, the area is known as Willowbrook. It's literally between Compton and Watts.
Wow,
Oh
So
wow.
wow.
yeah,
And it's funny that I look at it. How's the feeling when it's fucked up, and in most police departments it's fucked up because it's like a fraternity, it's like a brotherhood. Because we have a lot of really good brothers and sisters in the police department. We have a lot of them. I was just talking to one whose birthday just passed who went inside, and it's funny because she became a police officer due to the fact one of the driving forces is because her father was murdered and the homicide detective brought her father's murderer to justice. So she became a police officer to let me see. Our new style. What's up, baby? It's not that close to Watts where he's got shot. I'm like this. It's a fucked up feeling. It's like going to one of your homeboys or your fraternity brothers or a family member and they getting shot. And it's like, wow, we had an officer, a sergeant actually, who was shot in front of his house. Some kids ran up on him trying to rob him. He like, man, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do it. So the guy shot him, and he was in critical condition for a long time. Thank God he's recovering, but he might have to retire. At your own fucking house, man. Like, it's a fucked up feeling. Yes, all hands are on deck. We're going to be more vigilant. I pray that, everybody's safe in that situation. That's such a fucked up situation because you could literally sit in your patrol car, text your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend, and next thing you know, you got bullets that are whizzing past your head subsonic in a very small containing environment. It's a fucked up feeling, man.
I had a cousin of a Chicago police officer. He was killed a couple of years ago for his motorcycle. And his father, who was also a cop, came out and killed the dudes who killed his son.
Mm. Mm. My God.
I was listening to interesting thing. I was listening to Tariq Nasheed a few days ago. Matter of fact, it was just yesterday. Matter of fact, and he was making some interesting points. It's possible, and I'm not making excuses. He was saying that there's not really. It's like a two-sided form of outrage. It's not equal. It's like the whole. We know the country is just on fire right now for the past police killings of people like Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and everyone else. And you mentioned Tamir Rice. And it seems like folks are trying to justify what happened to them. Now you had these two officers that were slain. It's like all hands on deck. It's like people are expecting all the sympathy. And I mean, they had this organization here called Africa Town, literally wishing for the cops to die. And I'm like, man.
Wow.
It goes back into what we talked about earlier about having some humanity. I've said it once and I said it before. The Super Friends got it right. We should always fight injustice. We should always fight which is wrong, and we should always be in service to mankind. How hard is that?
Right. It's too much like right, Charles.
You literally have people like, excuse me. Oh my God, civil service and duty is so lacking. It's fundamentally lacking. You can't say you're happy with the result of your fucking community, which you're gonna have to one day use the backing of it. You wish the cops to die for what? What is that gonna do for you? What is that gonna do? What if you invoke the fucking laws of Mahat, of karma? What if your child was shot? And the only person who could save your child is that cop? Why do we worship such evil now? We used to literally pick up arms against evil. Like,
I remember that.
We used to pick up. You couldn't sell a goddamn drug on no street with black men around.
Nope. Matter of fact, I've heard of stories like the OGs in the gang used to snatch your little ass up if you was ditching school. They're like, "Oh, you ain't going to school." They were snatched. That happened in Chicago, I think Baltimore, New York.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I've been through it because it was one time. I'll never forget. I got off the school bus, and and I was supposed to be home like maybe 3 o'clock. Got home 2 o'clock because I went on a field trip, and it was these guys came up there. Yeah, what up? And I was looking, and I'll never forget. It was this guy. His name was Barry. He lived like a floor up from. We was living on 30, he lived on 4th floor. We know the whole family. And he was 18 years old. Was into drugs. Hey, what is you doing, dog? What are you doing? You don't talk to him. You hear what I'm saying, JT? Let me walk you down the block. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit right here in the stool till your parents come. They tell me to wait for you. And I said that. Now you don't talk to him. What's wrong with you? No, you don't do that. I've been through it. I seen it and everything a few times in my lifetime, but it's not there now.
It's crazy because you can't ask for a patriarchy unless you're ready to protect shit. Just saying.
Yep. Matter of fact, Tupac talked about that in the Thug Code about you're never getting high off your own supply, don't sell to children. Matter of fact, the word thug, the hate you give, is basically in that concept.
Yeah,
It's crazy that you say that. How men used to be protective of the children, but for years I've been on these YouTube streets. Fuck them children. You heard them from different content creators.
Yeah.
well, that's the disconnect, Charles. That's what it comes down to, and it tells you overall that a lot of these males that talk that have no actual structure. Because to sit there and say fuck the children, you know who really groomed these individuals. To be honest with you, I gotta say names, but it's like a show that the sister did today about our black women for effeminized males. I told the ladies personally, if you listen to dudes that normally come up to argue on a certain talk point, you just answer your question. So,
but go more your point, Charlo. That's why I did a live. As you heard, Charles, black women are the judge, jury, and the executioner. They don't. Majority of them do not want to feel they responsible. They don't. And I know there are some brothers don't like why I say this, but I don't care. But it got to be said. The system had gave them power. They took and ran with it. They did. They abandoned the black man and the young boys. They be in these prominent positions. If y'all don't believe me, y'all it's right in the live. So y'all just it's in there. So y'all go to my channel and check it out. I might find my sharing if you miss. And all this is going on, and look what happened right now. You got Carly and Kamala Harris that both cause crime on black men. And this what America give us to. So that means that us as black men, we gotta really stand up, go by what Brother Charles is saying, and go by what Charlo is saying. Of certain things is what we have to do. We gotta we gotta check on what y'all right for us as a people to stand up and fight. And we got to be very strategically fight for our rights because it's on us. Now, is there some black women that fight for us? Yes, but majority of them, no. They rather fear today white daddy or they white mommy than to us.
Yeah, and that's the purpose of this channel, where men can come and converse, and when women can feel comfortable to talk to us. Have you ever noticed, with the exception of some of the little trolls, all of the women are so feminine, so soft-spoken, so intellectual. It's like a breath of fresh air when they come over here.
Charles, I have to share this. I know you were listening to the other brother's channel, Mr. Samuels. And
Mhm.
the woman that he had on, and I think she's a coach or she's in the field of
Hmm.
therapy.
She's a PhD.
Yeah, in psychology. She said it just like I've been telling a lot of women, and you've been saying the same thing, bro, about the body counts. That you are not designed to take on someone's essence. She admitted, and Tom said it will make you go crazy. It will mess you up as a woman.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all
And so,
brothers want me to go? Do y'all brothers want me to go esoteric and scientific on you real quick?
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I bet it.
I'm gonna start with the scientific. The more sexual partners a woman has, the more DNA from all the men she's been with she absorbs. Women are incubators. They absorb. So all those personalities that you absorb, you can't bond because you're like Bruce Banner. You got too many goddamn personalities in you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you have children, you're going to end up having all these weird little nuances from your children because guess what? Your children are getting DNA from you, their father, and some stranger.
Mm-hmm.
The more DNA you introduce, the more likely you're going to introduce somebody with some fucked up cells. And you wonder why your kids are born with cerebral palsy and other diseases.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
On a
split personality.
yeah, remember they absorb. Let's look at the esoterics. She's supposed to spiritually bond with her men. How you gonna bond if you've been with everybody?
Oh, well, she's always bonding. She's just bonding with a whole bunch of other people.
So when you look at this shit, and you have a woman who has excuse me, a black woman at that, with a bachelor's, a master's, and a PhD telling you you're not made for this. But when BGS, Cerulean, Angry Man, other people have told you this shit for years, we're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Craig Harper said the shootings for the cops were gunned down for gunning down on a bike, a guy on a bike out there in Compton. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I hate fucking speculation.
Yeah,
I know how you
L.A.
feel.
County.
I know how you feel, Craig. I hate speculation. And my bad, Craig said, "Oh yeah, Larry Hoover sent his lieutenants to sweep the streets to make sure good kids was in school." He's goddamn right. See, that's when men were men. You know, people talk about some Larry Hoover and some other guys who did some shit. But guess what? You would see these men make money, and guess what? They would bless the community. I have a theory. A lot of those big drug dealers would not have been brought down if they did not bless the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not condoning selling drugs. I just noticed this. When they start giving out to the community, that's when they invoke the powers of COINTELPRO. You can't convince me of that shit or not. But these guys were like, well, we had over 150 centers of Black Wall Street. Okay. What? What happened to them? And two, where are they now?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Like, you complain about getting fucking shea butter from a black business.
Ain't that a bitch?
So these niggas want to start this economic boom from the crack of their ass to the top of their head. Well, you gotta understand. We need to pick ourselves up without welfare. Ah, bullshit. Why do you think so many white people on it? But then they want to call you emotional when you tell one of them shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm. But that woman, and I wish I was able to get contact. I know she's on Instagram. I like when people do interviews with different people with different experience and professions, because it helps stimulate and build on the existing conversation we have amongst how we can better black men, black women, and how we could click amongst each other together to bring some wholeness and eventually build what they call family. It's always on the black people's mind. I said they want to still vibe with each other, build something, you know,
Yeah.
regardless how these streams go about, And
Oh,
normally,
yes.
yeah, go ahead.
I stand corrected. Not good children per se, but gangster disciples. Yeah, he said we had enough. We have enough gangster. We need lawyers and accountants. True shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to cultivate a lawyer. You have to cultivate a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's going to have the atmosphere that's conducive to bringing a lawyer. Exactly.
So I'm like, when we don't cultivate this shit, what we supposed to pray to God that one just drops out the floor?
Right. Everyone's too busy being trying to be a sports star, an athlete, or a rap, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to play basketball or rap or play football, but it's
Uh-huh.
we not. These are the only options that these children have available to them. It seems like. I mean, they don't have other options available. They don't. Well, at least we're not providing those options for them.
I agree.
I mean, we have to actually start to say, what can I provide to this community? What benefits can I give to them? Can I teach a kid about a computer? Can I teach him to play a piano? Can I teach him how to get a suit fitted? Can I teach him how to fish? Can I teach him how to use a firearm? Can I teach him how to balance a checkbook? We don't cultivate our boys.
We don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. We don't want to.
We love our boys. No, you don't. Prove it. Mm-hmm. Probably
Because
say that.
what
Prove it.
I feed them, I clothe them, I send to school. How dare you tell me I don't do my own shit? Okay,
Easily. Maintaining a child is different than raising a child.
but they know the difference, bro.
You said you hit the nail right on the head. Chaos is basically it's like they're giving service the stuff that they're supposed to automatically do. They want a cookie for that. You don't get a,
Yeah,
a reward for doing your automatic giving service. Of course, you're
Am-
supposed to do that.
What's up, Sonny Boxing? Woo! It's no different than a grown man telling me, "Yo, I go to work." So, nigga, we all do.
Right.
But so it's not like it's like the title of the damn show. You play yourself. Like, how the fuck is it that we want all this shit for our kids, all this justice? When damn sure, what we gonna do? Oh, we want to defund the police. Okay, we'll do you one better. We'll disband the police. What next? I want to be made queen. Cool. You can sit on the throne right here. Okay, here's some invaders. Where you at, queen? Up, up. Where you at, king? Oh, you running? Just
Uh-huh.
invaders. You did worse. That's how it is. You got a bunch of cowards running from the community. Where you at?
They're too busy divesting and going their own way
And you
and
got
saving
no. Go ahead.
and saving themselves.
Like, if you truly want to save yourself, you gotta save the community.
But Charles, let me I gotta ask this question. Maybe I know the answer. Is there something wrong that we talk about that we want to save the black men and our young boys? Because it seems that we had these conversations here, no doubt about it. But I know outside of it, me, I have it too. But it's still, but the sad thing about it, there are some brothers they don't want to have these conversations. They quiet, and I'm sorry, and it pissed me the fuck off. They rather, I mean, they rather be in a sister space while they say they don't want to be no parts of it. They don't want to help they don't want to help the bill. But also, you know, so many brothers they want to be nonchalant, and I'm fucking tired of shit.
Yeah, it's pissing me. Craig Harper said, "I see y'all stayed away from that Andrew Gilliam high value man question." Who the hell is Andrew Gilliam?
Andrew Gilliam, he's some kind of politician.
In Florida that got caught dominant over after engaged in anal sex with a white man.
Yeah, he came out as
Yo,
Okay.
booty.
I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question on this. Economically, politically, and most likely monetarily, he will be a high value man. Now, in the eyes of women, no. No. And I know this is going to be controversial, but when the fuck haven't we been controversial since we started this live stream and shit?
Yeah.
We keep it real up here.
he also came out as being bisexual too. We talked about him yesterday also.
You got to look at it. This is the. I've talked to Dr. Umar Johnson twice in person, like for about 20 minutes to each. And I remember, regardless of how people may feel about him, still a smart brother. He said this: the fastest growing minority right now in America is the black woman.
Okay.
And she surrounded herself with arrogance and nonchalant. So the next fastest growing minority, he said, in the next future, he said it's going to be the effeminate, the gay black male. He's going to rise through the ranks so quickly. And I'm going to say to the point where black women and Asian men are going to start fighting. It's going to be. You're gonna have this effeminate male who's either gay, even if he's not gay. He's gonna be looked at and promoted above all of you.
Yep.
And now you got a spokesman of the Gay National Caucus. This mayor, what is he, a mayor or a senator?
I think he was running for mayor. I think he was a councilman or something like that.
You talking about Andrew Gilliam?
Yeah.
I think he was a counselor or something.
And here's my question: did he say he was this way just to get votes? You got to think about that way too.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know why he said it, but he definitely said it. I heard a clip, but why he was saying it, I don't know if it was for publicity or not, but the fact that he said it. So,
Or maybe the Democrats tell him that he got to go that way to get the votes.
Uh-huh.
I understand how he is transcend. How he's that? He's married.
Hmm. I'm just like that. That looks like a clusterfuck. Like wow. Like who makes this shit up? Like it's like a goddamn Tyler Perry movie to land right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just like I understand we make fun of the captain's brig or some shit or some crazy shit we used to do as kids. But man, think of how much tact we used to have when they'd be like, yo, we're gonna bury the hatchet. We're gonna keep all this shit closeted because I don't want to offend my people. That's how it used to be. Now you can be out in the open and I'd be like, man,
Mm-hmm.
we have some strange days in time, aren't we?
Yeah, and and the sad thing about it that if Kamala Harris, fake Kamala Harris and Philip Joe is winning, we got to think of the propeller courts that they're going to vote these people in, and that's going to cause an extra strain of us heterosexual that believe in reproducing families, especially manhood, especially us as brothers. And so that means it's going to play right into the effect of feminine in LGBT, whatever they call it. So it's like we on it under the 8 ball already, but we like beneath the 8 ball that we still gotta climb. So
Mm.
that's something to think about.
Mm. That's some heavy shit right there to unload. My man
Yes.
Craig said, Charles, no, they caught him in the hotel with his booty wide open. Oh Lord.
Oh wow. That means he was getting dogged out.
Oh Lord.
But
Oh man.
this is what I'm talking about. How they use this as a front, saying, "See, look at these men. They're on the down low." Nope, it's those are the ones that you have friends with. And it goes back about the feminization of women
Ooh.
that become men. That you see, Andrew Good would not exist if there was no feminized black boy. You know, even one time a guy came up on the same panel and said that one of the reasons why one of them that is in the life now as a homosexual man is that he's been digged down so much that when he interacts with the opposite sex, it felt weird because they created a desire, a bad habit, you know. And now you can't interact with the opposite sex sexually. So when people talk about people cannot be made this, you gotta be shit. It is
Mm-hmm.
more than just the tampering with the food and putting those chemicals in water to mess with your testosterone. It's everything, all of the above. Hell, they have it in school systems where they teach it as in teaching young children it. And it tells why is children at a certain age not be learning about how to engage or what do sex they should be learning the basics. Think about this, brothers and sisters. Is it odd that when cuties came out, no woman still has not talked about it? Have y'all noticed that? A lot of black men have been really going at this so-called movie and was very disgusted. And I've still not heard not many pushback from the sisters yet. And it's been going on for over a week now. It's a week and a day and two now.
Mm.
We shall see. We shall see. But they can't talk about about black men, this and that, and then allow one of their own sisters that direct and create from her own life, create a movie of that of sexually exploitating of black girls. And last one thing, because I'm going to have to drop the mic on this one, is one lady that was on the chat room telling me and Mary that Irritated Gene was kicked off of YouTube. You know, I don't know how long he's not been on active. Like I think he's from your town, Charles, DC. Irritated Gene. But yeah, he's no more visible on the YouTube thing. So gotta
Mm.
find outlets to find where he's still pushing his work and talking about these things because that was a very heavy blow. Very heavy blow.
But also go more on your point, brother Charles. It's just what the sad thing about it. You still got some
Yeah.
brothers and sisters. They said it's okay. What is wrong? What they doing? And these are ones I married.
No, you mean me? Underrated. I was talking.
No, okay. No, I'm just saying that these are the ones they think it's okay. These young ladies dance like this.
Bro, listen. I don't know many content creator women that's that, that. This is my thing. They already know how the black men feel about the sexual exploitation of the community. There's no secret of that, right? Especially the manosphere. They tell us say they don't like certain things that black women should not be doing and teaching their daughters. Correct? And
Yes.
what they do, once this came out, we have not heard no pushback, but they sure as hell actually go at the brothers to things that they talk about protection or what is not so called doing. And said this is the collective. From the guy jump on the car, hiding from the dog, to these little dumb
Hmm.
stuff. And even that, I don't waste time talking because either you gonna protect or not, but you don't make it as a template where say you paint picture. Oh, this is the average black man's every black man. Either one that you'll sit there, you'll be a bitch. Every dog get you're not gonna protect your kid and all this fuckery and all that stupid shit. But come on, that's not time for the bullshit. Not time for it. Not time for it.
But see, these women, and I really want to know what kind of husbands you have that they letting you talk like this, or
They don't got no husband. They ask him what your husband think. They say, I'm not married. There you go. That's your fucking problem, bitch.
I heard some of them are married, and I'm saying like even if they married, yeah, you right, but I'm just saying
Underrated.
allegedly, some of them
Really.
allegedly that
I tell even someone said they married a non-black man. Okay, that's fine. You're free. This is a country. You can do that. But I say, where's Wald at? Where's your husband at? Nowhere.
that's true.
Yeah, I said, listen, y'all ladies live in a bubble. You live in a fantasy world. And I'm gonna tell y'all brothers this secret. Today, when that one lady called in, she said, and when the guy asked, at what age, is right for a woman to get married? This chick said, this bitch said 28 to 34.
What? You have to be kidding me.
Yo,
What happened?
I had to laugh. Yo, Andre, listen. She said 28 to 34.
Yo, fuck this, man. I might get up in the morning and get me a Corona over this shit. God damn.
Bro,
20.
I laughed so hard. I said, yo, bro, can you just play the slap for like a couple times? What? You are in a danger zone. 28 to
What is she thinking, yo? What? Oh man.
'What are y'all
28
talking about?
to 34. I said, bitch, are you serious?
You had you joking, right? Are
Oh
you
no,
really joking?
no, listen. I tell you right now.
Oh man, yo.
Great watching Mr. Samuel's channel. After this, I'm thinking I might start doing this because I said it's enough. I think it's been proven evident.
Got to be 28 through 34.
Listen, this.
Do you know what time? No, see. I'm gonna get up. So 6:30 in the morning. I'm gonna get up and drinking me a Corona for this shit. I gotta wake up to this shit. 20. Oh, come on.
bro,
But
bro.
oh my
They said
god.
even the brother said a dating zone starts at 27. You said as a black woman, and you know how old she is? She's 29 years old.
She what?
She's 29
How
years
old
old.
she is?
Yeah.
Whoa. How old she is again, bro?
Bro, she's I'm crying over it. She's 29 years old, my dude.
What is he talking about?
You know, he said, I'm ready, I'm looking for to get married. And you know his funny thing, she said when she get married to her husband, he said, what about the kids? Well, you know, once I have the kid, I might still go back to work, but my mom's gonna raise the kids. How is that possible? She's gonna live with us.
Mom is gonna raise.
Is she still playing with blocks in kindergarten or something?
Bro,
What the fuck? Oh my god, yo.
She's not ready to be an adult, obviously, or something.
Dog. No.
and mom still play house.
Yo, my goodness. 28 through 34, and she's 26, right?
And she's 29. They said, what's
29. That's worse.
No, she said
Oh
20.
man. That's worse.
See, by any chance, still ride the short bus or what? What the hell?
Yo, but that's their mentality, yo. Oh
Listen,
my god.
black woman gets ready to get wiped up and looking for a mate at 28.
4? Yo.
Bro, listen, you have to sit down and talk to her. So listen, by the time you researching, it's gonna be 2 years. You might get married after 2 years. Then you gotta wait maybe a year or so. Are you gonna get pregnant by the time before you get walked out? I would say that's a possibility. With that, I don't mind that. But listen, bitch, you said 28 to 34.
34? Yo, your clock is gone after that.
Listen, by the time
Oh
you hit
man.
35, if you have kids before 35, and most likely it's not going to be the possibility because most of them, if you're 29, that means you go to turn 30 next year. That means you got to search for a husband. If you're lucky, you're going to get married in 6 months or 2 years.
Yo.
And after that, now you might plan if you're lucky to get pregnant, which most of them depend on the health they might. But say you might have one kid, but your kid might be born by time you turn 33. And when you're going to have the second one, you're going to be at high risk.
Right. What is you thinking, yo? Your clock is gone. What the fuck, man? And then at the same time, if you thinking about it, if you find a man and then you know where be aging, they gonna look at you and say, nah, you just an old haggy. I don't want to marry you. You can't have no kid. So that means you wait for 20. Oh man, I'm gonna get me a beer early in the morning, man. Give them the 6:30. That is
woman should look to become a wife or try and look to get married. 28 was
28 through 34.
Yeah, bro, you can't make this.
Do you know you gotta speed up? You gotta speed up the process. Oh, come on, man. And then you gonna have I have my mom watching my kids. Where's you? Where's world? What? Oh my god. So that means that when she get married, the husband don't have no say into this, right? Oh no. Oh god.
It's more up she gave that answer, but here's how the dagger. You gonna let your mom watch over your babies at your own house, your husband's house. See, she gonna move in with y'all. I said, what the fuck is that?
Yo, my goodness.
Well, clearly she's not ready.
Yo, you
You must have
Clearly
woke
she's not ready to be an adult for you saying them. She's done.
what?
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, Charles, man, yo, on the real,
They said the
yo,
mother moving with their with him and her husband. I said, what? Where's her husband at?
oh, where your husband? Right, where your husband at? So he don't have no saying. So he just a fucking. So he's just a straight up fucking dumbass golfer.
For real.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie. I go like,
oh man, yo, Charles, man, yo, bro, Charles, yo, if I'm doing a live today, you around, could you come on my panel and tell this story? I promise, I'll drink for you, dog. You thought you hear it all. God damn, 28 to 34.
um,
You go, you.
Clearly, we know who wears the pants in that relationship.
oh, it's chaos. It's not really Charles. That it's me.
Oh, Chaos, I'm sorry, Chaos, I'm sorry.
What, yeah.
Clearly, we know who wears the pants in that. I said, clearly, we know who wears the pants in that relationship.
Real talk. Why you think she wasn't married? Matter of fact, let me think. Yeah. Matter of fact, I listened to tonight.
Yo, man, I can't believe this shit.
When the guy asked me the question, what you even? What was the longest relationship? She said it was 3 years. Did you know she ended her relationship with her mate because her mate got caught up in the system because he was not doing nothing criminal, right? But he had like an unregistered gun, so he didn't do no serious crime. He is somewhat went to school, but she said she broke him because the man said that, yo, I don't want to deal with you no more. Stop seeing me because you're a cheater. And she said that she had to break up because she feels the man don't trust him because he's cheated on him. And the whole story didn't make no fucking sense. But my point is this: if he got unregistered gun, to me that comes from my brothers is that you fucked around with another nigga.
Right.
He didn't like it, so you know what he did? He was going to take a weapon and he was going to probably attempt something, and he got caught up. She probably might have called the police from all we know. And now
That's true too.
in jail for no fuck reason because of your ass because you're too loose for your pussy. Listen, anytime an experiment says and the guy says he don't trust you, that you might be to him, most likely you fucking around. And you don't want to admit that with the brother. And Mr. Sarris could read you out like a book, bitch. You know what I'm saying? To the point where the story don't even sound fucking right. It didn't sound right when I was good. But we already know that it don't seem like if he was gonna go all the way in and marry her, that would be a bad investment because we all know who's gonna run the past. Because about if I have kids and so we're gonna have my mom move into. I mean, what? You say what?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is your husband?
Right.
See, but it goes back again. You have mothers that destroy their own kids, including their daughters. If you didn't get it right in life and your daughter is able to find a secure man, you should be happy. You should be able to let her live her life, and anything she needs from you, she knows when to call, possibly. But you should be, as a grown adult, should be fine, be bad all by yourself. It's worse that you fail in life in men. You don't want to pass that on to your own daughter.
But 28 to 34.
Yeah, bro, it's getting real out here, man. She said, "What the right time when you supposed to go search for a mate or trying to get married?" She said, "The right age is 28 through 34." I said, "Bitch, don't be smoking." Yo, listen. When I heard that, I'm like, you know the reason why I'm laughing like this today because it just tells me right there. It's just telling to know saying not only some of us are very delusional. But now common sense goes out the window. Do you know, as a man, we are very shocked no matter what position we are in life that if we don't get it right, that's on us. But time is not always too much of an enemy towards us, depending if we set our ways after 35, which I will agree with Kevin to a degree. But I mean, it's not doom and gloom. But as a woman, your time is very valuable. You know what I'm saying? Men always go by looks and the fertility. So if you sit there and you go for the first 18 through 24, and then to 28, you went and got the bachelor's and a master's degree. Let's say you, and then now you up here said it's time you feel you want to go search for mate for what reason. You already blew the first 8 or 9 years in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? And all that you could find a mate while still going to school, but it's not priority until it's convenient. Commend our a utility and said whatever goes wrong, break glass, take tool. And I'm saying that's a recipe for disaster. But really, 28 through 34, I said that was just the night. That just made my night say, oh hell, fucking no. But that's almost something because they don't really think about they want to search for mate until they around that. At least I give you one credit. Underrated Darkness and Aaron Combs. At least she was honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying about that? Because that's how most women feel when they try to look for mates. You hear them start coming around them age, saying it's time to get white. Now, usually a dude, he might be thick on that at that age, but when a woman is thick on that age, you are way behind, baby. You way, way behind. You know what I'm saying?
Far way behind.
Far way behind. 28 through 34. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women feel that they don't really focus on this high risk pregnancy, on this nonsense. I said, how does it look like you as a chick giving birth at 45 years old? Your first child. I'm not saying it's possible, but how that looks, that's not a good look.
That's not ain't good look. Get. It ain't good look. Get pregnant when you're 38, 39.
I'm doing the math. By the time your child turns 20, you're gonna be retired for a woman. And then if your child, God willing, if she's follows the same playbook like you might not see your first grandchild because by the time your daughter reaches like 28 or like at that same wall age, you might not be around. So I'll be honest, it has to make sense at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Now, dude, depending on what age, and Alan Rogers Carter just gave birth to his first son, a few days ago, so good for him. That it's not doom and gloom, but at least you want to be around for at least 20 years for your child to be at least an adult. You know what I'm saying? On this earth. But if you're a person like a woman waiting that long and playing this game where what I'm saying, I look good for my age, but you're getting old, chick. You know what I'm saying? Your eggs are gonna be messed up, used up. I don't give a fuck how healthy you keep your body. Time is against you. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. I remember last year they had news articles, brothers, on a lot of women that get being infil. What do you call it? Infel with maternity loss, immorality. You know the thing when they die, giving birth. It is extremely high for Black women giving birth in the hospital at a certain age. Once you pass 35, you're possibly playing with the your luck with flip of the coin. That you might come out to give birth to child, or you might die in the give delivery. I know there was some videos circling around of certain women that was past that wall stage, past the age where it's critical and very risky. Some of them have bled out, bro. Give birth. One time, Rita, she gave birth at 36, and she almost died giving birth. She had complications.
What age was this?
I think she was like 36 years old.
Oh yeah, that's pushing it.
And mind you, here's the drawback. She was an athlete.
Oh.
So what that tells you, ladies, if you're not listening now, if you don't know, if you're not past that age, the clock is against. The clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Don't say that you look young and that your body is not. No, everything's a reflection. Even the best athlete almost died giving birth. This ain't a joke. When the doctor said that after 35 is very high risk, you better take that into consideration.
Yep.
That's how I see why a lot of women, like the certain favorite YouTubers, have births gave birth at 35 because they know. They know.
Mhm.
You gotta
They
think
know.
that baby fever is more powerful than women get credit for. Where
Hmm.
they will lie, they will plant baby, they will all this time you've been with a guy, and all of a sudden your papa pregnant now, and it's crazy because you can't say you want black families when you don't want to get married.
Yeah.
You can't say you love the community, but all the goddamn boys in the community are lost.
Mhm.
Give us, especially when we're saying, okay, fuck it, keep the money, keep the child support, give us the boys.
That's it.
Some of these women trip me out. Like some of these women, and they try to be all masculine, talking about some can't no man do nothing for me, but give me some money. Like, oh, what you gonna do? Make them give you some money? I mean, I find that's some real Comedy Central type of behavior to me. You wanna be you expect to be protected and be treated like a woman, but you want to be masculine and demand something. Get
Yeah,
up
this
out of
is
here
the
with that bullshit.
same thing I've been saying all this time. Back to basics said I'm 34, so I missed the ideal window of 18 to 24. Adoption is an option. I've dated men with children after 35. If you want to have one that's biologically yours,
But
you're gonna have to find yourself.
34 right now.
That's what she said.
All right.
The
Make sure you
best
drop the
thing,
link in case you want to come up. But let me say this to the ladies right now. I'm not saying that it's not doom and gloom, but hold on, the ladies. But the time you spent now, remember if you're going to fake you want to, if you had one after 35, you still take the risk. But the problem is now is that once you have the kid after that, and I'll be honest with y'all, I think it's disingenuous to have one child and that child's the only child. That's why when you carpet, you want to knock out your two or potential three children out the way before that. You get if you got one before 35, you're a good spot. But you now have one after 35, and you in mind you're gonna survive after the one kid you have. But to have it again after 35, it can be pretty much risky. You get me? You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
So that's why you understand when doctors reference this, they reference to all women because they know that there's a only timetable on how well your health and fertility is going to really be at its peak and strength. You know, but once you go past that threshold, it's downhill. No one say you're going to die automatically. The reason immortality rate is more effective on Black women in America is one lifestyle, the diet, and how you keep yourself. You know what I'm saying? And also got to put in the equation of the abortions if you never had one. And don't forget about these little what they call birth controls. If you constantly put them in, you're not. You add all these factors that play into your health. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some of this birth control has some harmful side effects as well.
Yeah, it does. And mind you, it was all created. Cause think about Aaron Collins. We all know the history of birth control. It's really designed not only to suppress women's pregnancy, but them to engage in the same behavior with their womb like men. This sexual revolution to fuck anybody want without any procreation. That's the real intention for it. You know what I'm saying? For the women to engage in sexual, you know, wildlife sex like men without worrying about getting knocked up. So, yeah. So let me look at the chat room. In the world now. Okay. I'm interested that now technology wants to act up right now before clicking the link. Oh, she about to come up. Yeah.
Anybody want without aim procreation?
Wait, I hear something in the background. Somebody got YouTube playing. Mute that. She's gonna come up. I think she's gonna come up. Yeah. But really, truly, no reason why I'm really mentioning this because there's a sense of urgency, ladies, a sense of urgency, and you have to act really now and move very quickly if you want to really get what you need. You can't just keep prolonging and procrastinating. It's not a good look. I'm looking at chat right now. Yeah. So boy. So what's the real Aaron Collins? Anything new?
You know, I'm just holding up. I'm about to in about a month. I'm about to head to Chicago.
That's what's up.
Spend some time with my family. Scatter my older sister's ashes. You know.
Oh, you visiting?
Yeah.
Okay. How
And
long you gonna stay?
about a week. We're scattering my older sister's ashes into the lake. She passed
Oh,
away a few.
I'm sorry for. I meant to tell you before, man. For my condolences, brother.
I appreciate it. I think you did tell me too, Andre. I appreciate it.
I said it again. I know what it is. I lost my mom's August, and I lost my brother October or last year. So my
No.
condolences, brother. My condolences. Seriously, man. Damn.
Yeah, I appreciate that, JT.
Wow.
Mhm. I want to
Yeah,
try
but
technical issue. My child's fully connect.
Still can't get over 18. No, it's be 28 through 34.
Yeah, bro. It
Damn, you thought you never hit. Oh man, if you would have told that bad somebody, you would tell bad that story, they wouldn't believe you. But it does happen though.
no, but and I'll be honest with you, underrated. Because if I was like on your panel, right, or if I was on,
Mhm.
if we had like a show on your stream, right, and I tell what I heard, the same lady talk to the brother, Mr. Samuels, it just blows people's mind. And I know people watch his channel too, so it's not somewhat I saying that something that they not heard of or saw already. But to me, and you know, I think the funny thing with her, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She feels she is a 9. And the brother looks at her with her finger on her overhead and said, "You are not a 9, you're a 6." She said, "What?" I said, listen. You say you're as good looking as Kelly Rowland? And she said, "Well, I'm not Kelly Rowland, but you rate yourself that high. And at your age, you're not that high. Hell, Bria Myers is higher than you. And she's the
man,
same age as you."
Bria Miles, is she still around?
Probably.
Is she still a model or something?
I don't know what she does, man. She IG chicks. So, yeah.
Man, the last time I think I heard about Bria Miles, I think she was posing in King magazine or something.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That. How long ago was that?
About probably a little bit over 10 years ago, maybe.
Well, I mean, what's up? They said she was messing around with Drake one time.
Probably was. Drake done messed around with quite a few people. He messed around with Malia Michelle, and I mean, they love these rappers. Like I said, I mean, I'm not hating on them and all that, but that's what a lot of times they go for. They go for these hip hop stars and these so-called bad boys and stuff. And that when that plays out, then they want to settle down and be the ideal wife or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
It's like when somebody like us would try to talk to them, they would laugh at you, like you ain't a baller and all that. Okay.
yeah. But you know, with the thing with the divorce and this WAP nonsense, to be honest with you, women should have idea that said, just because you have some good nookie, it's not gonna keep that around. And I hope
Back to basics is in the chat. She's in the backstage too.
okay.
Oh, here
No,
she is.
there you go. Hello. Good evening.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
we
What's
can.
up, Sharonda? No,
How's
we
it-
don't hear you, Sharonda. We can't hear you at all.
How's everybody doing?
Okay.
All
good.
right.
I just happened to come in on the conversation. This young lady said 28 to 34, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, why you gotta bring that up? God damn you. I'm trying to start laughing. I'm gonna get me a beer in early in the morning, man. I gotta drink to this
Shoot,
shit.
I might need a shot of Patron. What you talk about? Talk about
Ah,
28 to
dang.
34?
Age.
Sharonda,
Ask, what age for a woman
hey,
to look
did
get
Charles
married?
get kicked out again? Hey,
Oh, don't
Charles
worry.
got kicked out
Yeah.
on shit again.
Well, let's keep the conversation going. Yeah. After and you know what I did? I sat back and laughed so hard, like I'm laughing right now tonight. I'm thinking, hey, are you fucking serious? Bitch, by the time if you don't have kids by 35 and you now see you search to get married, or you, but it's like
Oh,
once you
God.
get married after 33, 34, you be lucky to bust out a you by 35. And if you get there before 35 or just at 34 or after 35, you're high risk. And everybody knows that they call infant mortality rate for black women in this country is on an all-time high.
Well, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
There's reasons why
Mm-hmm.
black women are taking more dangerous and stressful jobs.
Yeah.
They're taking on more stressful thinking jobs. You know, the more thinking jobs where it's taking a lot of the estrogen out of them and replacing it with testosterone.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, past 30, once you hit 30, 85% of your eggs can be done, if not 90.
Damn.
That
Damn.
quick.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my mom's told me that too a long time ago. Yeah, I do.
And there's a reason why when all them women, now what's your name again? Back to basics, right, lady?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, I'm styling and profiling.
All right.
You got to realize this because people do not like to hear the truth. It's not my truth. It's not your truth. It's what science has told. It's what reality has brought about us. It's that we're in such a society right now that women complain about the protection they got.
Mm-hmm.
They complain about the shielding from the work. Here in America, you're pretty safe. You're pretty fucking safe. We might have our, I like to say, our PG-13 violence.
Yeah.
But compared to other countries, one
safe.
person doesn't get shot, a whole village gets shot.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when you give women this information to say, hey, I want to show you how to get a man, a good man, and I want to teach you how to be good to him. You know, most women, like, I don't need no man. But then once they hit 40, 50, 60,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing they got to look forward to,
Did you say 60?
yeah, they're searching for men at 60. And when they're 40, 50, 60, and the only thing they looking towards are cats, that's not our fault. Just like I will tell men, if you want the best possible woman, you need to get off your ass and get on your feet.
Exactly.
And start looking because it's a man's duty to search for a wife.
Right. Hey, baby,
But
hold my
you know, but it's also a woman's duty to actually be prepared as a wife. See, we're not supposed to raise you to be wives, just like you're not supposed to raise us to be husbands. You're supposed to complement each other. And when we actually listen to sound advice, not somebody always saying, "Oh, all black women are full of shit." No, not all of them. There's a lot of them, but not all of them. I still got faith. You gotta exercise the demons inside of you. If a woman hasn't been in a relationship in a long time, utilize that time. Hopefully, you did. Anybody, excuse me, to actually get some mental help. To get it's like getting your car some new spark plugs after you get it tuned up. It just runs that much better. When you get a lot of the mental anguish out of your head, you can't. It'll free you from for doing things you did in your last relationship. It'll free you up from looking at the bondage you used to put people in because you're mad. You know, like any good father, or any good man, period. You're gonna fall, but you always got to be prepared to climb yourself back up. Hmm. Where's everybody tonight?
All right here.
Oh, I was just
Okay.
listening. You know, I didn't
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
here.
interrupt. That's some good knowledge. That's some good
Yeah,
knowledge right there.
Yeah.
yeah, we listen.
Okay.
We here right here with you.
Yo, best data right there. Best data right there.
You know, I'll be talking about shit, but
Now you telling the
it's
truth though.
it's funny because I like having this page. It's a man space predominantly, of course, but women are always welcomed. You know, I love it when they're feminine, they're sensitive, because you're like, okay, it lets black men know that we still got some out there. We're not going to allow the status quo to besmirch each other,
Mm.
especially in a climate we need each other.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is going to get worse before it gets better. That's military strategy 102. Embrace the suck. But what do you mean, everything's good. I got my education. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that
Okay.
that diploma does not keep burglars out your house. When they see
Nope.
that big strapping man in your house and he didn't leave, oh, I'm not going up in there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she got a goddamn bear in that motherfucker.
That degree, that degree ain't gonna keep these savages off your ass.
Hmm. You got to realize that degree is not going to motivate you like that man will. Just like he's gonna, because of his determination, you're gonna do things to compliment him, which means internally, I've always said this to black women. If you want to say the community, you focus on the boys again. You ever notice how many times the boys come back and build shit?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Carmelo Anthony's from Baltimore. He built a fucking center, his own money. How many times do you see women get rich and they build something? They give back.
Now you know, Charles, that's not in their nature. They like to nest and be
It-
very.
it's not in their nature. Then on top of that, because men are natural protectors and providers, they're gonna take care of grandma and great grandma and your grandma as well. Oh, excuse me. So when you help the boys, you're gonna really help the community because there's so much love back to give.
You know what,
I'm
Charles? I was thinking something. You know, there's a reason why there's this expression called "mama's boys," because really, we do love our women, starting with our moms.
hmm
That's where that expression comes from. Yo, you a mama's boy? Yeah, I might just be a mama's boy. And what of it?
Yeah.
yeah. You cannot. I gotta. It's it's funny. It's funny because these last 20 years we learned to be diametrically opposed of each other. instead of, and a lot of women know how their brothers and how their fathers were treated during child support. There should be a lot of women helping their men transform the laws that make it equal for both men and women.
Mm-mm.
But well, we don't give up our advantage. Would you accept? Would you accept partial of his money, or would you marry him, live happily ever after, and get all his money?
Mm.
Just from a strategic standpoint, right there. Especially since y'all live longer.
Yeah.
Like you y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm
Like,
listening. I will say this. I've never been married, but I was engaged, and we agreed to premarital counseling. Now, if we would have, if we would have worked out, oh, I would have signed a prenup for sure, and I wouldn't have had any problems with that. Um, but again, I'm different. I don't think like the typical person. I'll say that. So that would have definitely been on the table. I'd be like, yeah, oh yeah, I'll definitely sign a prenup.
mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask a question back there. Did he make more money than you, or you made more than him?
Let me see. At the time,
Mm-hmm.
I made more than him, but that was due
Okay.
to as far as the field he was in, there was definitely an opportunity for him to make more than me because his field was engineering. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? At the time, his work had gotten a little bit, off track a little bit, but at the time, I did make more than him.
Oh, okay.
And what's your field?
I'm in the military, so I mean,
Uh,
I'm an Army medic right now,
uh,
Okay.
and
thank
I
you for
have a
your
degree
service.
in criminal justice, and it's really interesting that you're talking about laws because I was actually looking at going back to school and being a lawyer. That was one of the routes I was looking at. So
Hey,
very interesting.
might as well. Uncle Sam's paying for it.
Hey, I just thought of something too back to basics. And any guy that gets with you, he really better be careful how he treats you because you go into you a medic. Oh yeah, you just might have to be the one to patch his ass up.
well, well,
just,
I
just no eye drops. No eye drops in the Kool Aid. No eye drops in
yeah,
the Kool Aid.
exactly. Going there.
Yeah.
Don't never put that in every school. But
Mm.
it's crazy because women are gonna understand something that because they know how much we've been kept out of the economic bosom of America as black men, some of them might have to be the breadwinners till we get on our feet.
Yeah.
Is it worse? Is it worth helping a man? Well, I help this man because of this. Well, that's why you're supposed to have older men and brothers and your father vet this man to see if he's right for you. Is he a stayer? Is he a stayer or is he a player? Man, that should be a T-shirt. Copywriting, fuck y'all. But I might snore. So it's that's the reason why you should get. Are you very close to your father?
Unfortunately, my father passed in
Um,
January, so I mean he's
my
gone.
my condolences.
Oh, it's
You have
okay.
you
Thank
have
you.
other brother. You have other brothers or uncles in your life?
I do. I have a younger brother. He'll be 23 in January.
Okay, and also get like some uncles or somebody that you trust, that you know, like a father figure type. So when you meet another guy, he can vet him thoroughly and just let him know, like, hey, let your brother talk to him, have a conversation. You like get to know him.
What's your intentions with my sister, nigga?
Right.
You gonna make an honest woman out of her? Mm-hmm. And it's not. You can still have children. You're just gonna have to. And I'm kind of glad you're in the military because your body is gonna be fit. You can't be in there and be a fat ass. Even the fat asses are the shape. Even the fat asses have to be in shape at some point. But the most important for you is like if you still want to have children, you're gonna have to eat immaculately, like fruits, vegetables, lean meats if necessary.
Yeah, some salmon.
Yep, and that's and everybody in the chat said they gave your condolences to your dad.
Oh, thank you. Just to piggyback on what you said, I was actually just recently looking at the mortality rate for Black women in childbirth, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, well, I missed the window, so yeah, we might just not do that. Just
Well,
kind of,
you could always get a surrogate.
well,
That's a
yeah.
lot of money. Whew.
I've dated men with children, so I'm not opposed to that at all.
Yeah,
It's all good with me. I'm just I want to have a family at this point. So
yeah, and that's and this is what would you and what would you tell sisters like younger sisters in their 20s? Should they be focused on their career? Should they focus to get the best possible man they should get?
well, I would say don't end up like me. I went from 18 to 24. I went to college, and then it just sort of was nonstop from there. So I would say, young ladies, get yourself together and start looking.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
I would not. I can't believe that other person said 28 to 34. I'm like, nah, that is so late in the game. And really, once you hit 25, you're late. So
Damn.
Yeah.
You hit 25, you're late. That's it. It's
Yeah.
already starting to come right on
See,
down.
see, it's one thing, if she's single, yeah, that wouldn't be a good look. But if she's married and have children, that's one thing. And it's like, whew. And I would suggest marrying a guy who's a former vet, or that somebody somebody's got a that snory.
Like a former veterinarian. I'm joking, I'm Charles. I know what you meant.
Yeah. Somebody
Oh
sound like
yeah,
these.
hey, like I said, because there's been times where I've teased about, that contract marriage. You know what I mean? You get
Yeah.
married just to get out of the barracks, and then you just sort of after that ETS comes around, divorce.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm not even trying to do all that.
Yeah.
I can just get promoted and get out of the
Yeah.
barracks.
Exactly. Exactly. And that was the old when I was in years ago. Jesus Christ, it's been how long? Well, I would have had 21 years if I stayed in. Right now, it would have been my 21st year. And that was the biggest hustle. 18, married at 18, divorced at 21. It's like, damn, you were married before? I didn't need the money that bad. It was just me, so. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad that you were one of the ladies who were listening. So what brought you over here? What piqued your curiosity?
It was me.
Well, in fact, I saw you in the Underrated Darkness, and I said, okay, let me see what's going on here. I'm pretty sure there's good conversation going on.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
happened to be awake, and I said, you know what? Let me just slide on in and see what's going on.
Oh yeah, my nickname is the King of the Late Nights. I'm not gonna compete with Seven Savages. That's like shit. That's like 2,000, 4,000 viewers. Like, good God! Imagine 4,000 people listen to me talk shit.
This is the way I feel about it, and this is no shade at Kevin Samuels, but I was a high value man long before he made it a household term.
Oh yeah, a lot of men.
It's confident. You got to look at yourself in a certain light. And I'm not saying that like to be arrogant and all that, but you gotta have some kind of look at yourself with some kind of dignity.
Mm-hmm. Right. That was the big big thing. He doesn't coin the phrase just to coin it. He was just letting the ladies know because a lot of women don't know.
Yeah,
And
and I heard they say he stole it. He stole the phrase from Jason Black. I don't care who had the phrase, and I'm like, I look at myself differently.
and it's funny because when we talk about high value men, a lot of feelings get hurt. And then once you talk about it, you got a lot of this. Look at the screen. You're gonna have a lot of this.
Reflection time.
The motherfuckers will be deflecting a lot.
Lord have mercy.
You can just watch the bullets ting. Gotta go old school. They're gonna be that's how a lot of dudes do when you talk about what's the standard of men. Well, I gotta be high value for this one. I said there's not everybody's gonna be high value. That's number one. It's just like not everybody's gonna be a fucking officer in the military. There's gotta be somebody who's subordinate. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to evaluate your life and say, hey, that goes for anybody, really. Where do children fit for me? Where does marriage fit? This is the one lesson I wish women would call in on Kevin's show. This is what I offer an effective or high value man. If women start thinking in that mode, what I offer a man, instead of what have you done for me lately, they would get a lot of them. They would have so many suitors, you have to fight them off with a stick, literally. But when we take this bad advice from our grandmothers and mothers who were bitter and not honest with their plight, you're going to get some dysfunction. I mean, Dr. T.S.R. Johnson literally showed a video of a man and his brother in the car. He wants to pick up his daughter, but his child's mother pacing around like a damn lion, ready to fight him. Spit at the car, spit at him, spit at the brother, like it did messed up the car. She didn't care that she was going to go to jail. And then on top of that, she could have been locked up away from her child, but who cares?
Well, if you don't mind me commenting on that, I mean,
Go
that's a
ahead.
shame that she didn't care about, as far as the consequences, because, and I'm going to say this, and some people are not going to like what I'm going to say, but unfortunately, we have a lot of people who are around here who claim to be adults, but they're acting like children. Come on, spitting at somebody and all that. I mean, that's something I could see a child doing, not an adult.
Exactly.
There's some people, and again, I'm a woman. Yes, yeah, we get emotional, but I've learned over the years that we got to get out of our emotions, particularly when talking about any type of conversation. There's so many women out there, some women who just react. They don't respond. They don't listen to even what a person is even, telling them. And then they just end up blowing up and looking like a straight fool. I hate to have to say it like that, but it's the truth.
Go ahead.
And as
Truth.
far as, and just to piggyback on another thing that you said about not everybody can be dominant, just like I put in the chat, some of these women, they really think that they can wear the pants and the apron. And then when stuff gets tough, oh, you have the nerve to ask the black man for help. Okay, so you wanted to wear the pants and the apron. You wanted to wear both. So how about this? How about you shut the hell up and just deal with it, because you already made your choice.
Well, preach it.
Amen. Because here's the first rule of protection. You're a military lady. What happens if you disobey an order?
Well,
there's some heavy consequences, right?
Right.
Court martial.
You could get, even before court martial. Nobody wants to get Article 15. Nobody wants to get that. Oh, you're gonna take this small little toothbrush and you're gonna clean this whole parade ground.
Let's argue.
Not the toothbrush, Charles. Please
Yeah.
not.
I mean, even if they want to keep it professional, your commanding officer has the authority to send your ass to the brig. So there's so many consequences to be taken, but yet, oh, I want him to. When it's tough, I'm gonna call him over there. No. You get your ass over there in the corner. You sit there with the dunce cap while I unfuck this. While I unfuck the situation you created. Yeah, make sure you wave at your friends too with the dunce cap on. Like, oh well, this is abusive. No, it isn't, because the first objective of protection is to listen to the protector.
Yep. That's what it's all right there.
Well, I'm strong and independent. Okay, you got this then.
Charles, you might need to get on the rooftop with a bullhorn and say that shit again. I don't think they heard you.
I'm going to say it again just for the people in the back. If you're strong and independent, then you can do it your damn self. But you called me over here, so you listen.
Yep.
The protector does not need the opinion of the protected. Not at that moment while he's doing the protecting. Now, does that mean that men have to be a total asshole and dictator control freak? No. The greatest respect you could do for a man is to make him shine. When you become his moon, he'll shine even more light on you so you can become luminescent, okay? Women don't get the concept. A lot of women don't get it. You are a reflection of us. And if you're a good, submissive, inspirational, feminine, beautiful, not just a smart ass, but smart woman, that man will move heaven and earth to please you. Because you made him believe in himself and something more to him. But they don't hear me though, do they, panel? Do they, chat?
Nope.
Just like a guy. Like, yo, I don't. Well, the women are fucked up. That's true, but doesn't stop you from being a man. No.
They too busy trying to be like WAP, like Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cook and I don't clean, all that shit. Okay.
There's no way how that gonna happen. Like, I don't cook and I don't clean, and that's why you're alone. I want a divorce. To do what? To do what? Like I tell women all the time, I want a divorce. My husband doesn't listen to me. Do you listen to him? Well, yeah. Keep talking.
And
What is?
you know she lying. She ain't listening.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah. I'm Chaos and I a few weeks ago posted up on my Facebook when Marcus Houston got married to the 19-year-old lady. And all these women like, I don't need to listen to my husband. My mother taught me how to do. And I said, that's the reason why.
Okay, well, go marry your mother and grandma. Shit, I hope y'all happy together.
Right.
And here's the fucked up part. The chick who said it is married. We've been together for 18 years. We got married at 4. How old are your kids again?
At 4?
Married 4 years. So,
okay.
How old are your kids again? Oh.
Right. Uh-huh.
Because what she was doing is a little trick that she thought that she could still, get dick slinged to her on the side.
Mm-hmm.
When the suitors didn't come, that she thought she could do better to her man, and reality struck her like a thunderbolt. Oh, he gonna be all right. I'm tired of this shit. We don't protect you. Well, you don't listen. We tell you not to step in the goddamn minefield.
Don't go out there. There's a tiger running loose. Don't man tell me what to do. Matter of fact, you know what, Charles? That remind me. That's some shit that I saw a few years back on Tommy Sotomayor's channel. This man and this woman were actually arguing in a wild animal park, and they were told not to get out of the car because the lions and stuff was walking around. So she got out of the car arguing, and then the lion snatched her ass up. I think she will survive, but I bet you she won't forget that experience no more. Damn, who's snoring?
Somebody snoring. I mean, it sounds like they got a fucking drag race through their ass.
Damn, sound like Fast and the Furious on here or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
18 to 30.
You good?
Yeah.
I'm just hoping, like, maybe we need a few more sisters to join the military or something. I don't know.
Oh, we're here. I've seen a few where I'm at. I'm over at I'm here in Fort Campbell, so I'm in Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Maybe that might be the deciding factor when they what might have been the deciding factor, folks, and it just came to mind. When they have a direct and readily apparent rank structure, the women are different because it teaches them to respect masculine authority. So that means if you see an abrupt sudden of women going to basic training in ROTC, you're welcome. Well, women don't know how to take it up. No. If you want some chill ass women, it's usually military women.
Yes.
When they get out of line, do you get to slap the shit out of them?
And here's the crazy.
I neither confirm nor deny that. I'm not.
Here's the crazy part, right? You people talk about, well, black women don't know how to keep their shapes. If they want to keep their jobs, they have to.
Man, so that's a lot. Like that. Black women are some of the most shapely women I've come across.
I mean, I'll say this: I'm not going to say nobody's lying about that because I've noticed the differences. Like in Baltimore, believe it or not, we had some beautiful women. I mean, some nice, shapely women. They just didn't take care of their bodies.
I know that Kim Klacik is definitely one of the representatives of that one. Too bad she married a vanilla dude.
and it's crazy because when you actually have women who are in shape, and guess what? Women in the military can't wear all that weave like that. Kind of hard. You got to keep that shit pent up.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just thankful that the regulation changed in 2017 for us to actually wear locks and twists, because prior to 2017, I mean, we could wear braids, but we couldn't wear locks or twists. So,
really?
No, we could not.
Wow.
And then where did they expect y'all to get the braids from is what I'm trying to figure out.
Because you're still twisting the hair. But that's that racial disparity shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the real enemy.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, get you a woman that does PT. Oh, man. See, Sonny Troller, he said somebody at his store like ogres. Fee, 5, 4, 5. Yo, when you get, it's nice when you see the women work out of PT. Be like, hey. And then she's a medic too. How you get a medic? You fake an injury. Ooh,
Oh, see.
Oh, shit. oh, my heart. It's just gotta do a friend. I'm coming to you, Elizabeth. I'm coming.
I
just fall out.
Big one.
But Shalonda, help me. I broke my toe. I'm dying.
Well, you know what's interesting about that? Part of the job is I do have to do physical examinations. So I mean, I'm just putting that out there. I mean, depending upon the injury,
Oh
I do
wow.
have to do a physical examination. You have knee pain? Okay, I'm gonna have you lay down on the table. I'm only gonna touch you for medical purposes.
Just don't have no big man named Uda come in.
That's just you should have told him that because you got motherfuckers with smiles so big right now.
Yeah, be right there. Oh, did I miss a spot? No. Oh yeah, there was a spot right there. Ah, oh yeah, nice spot right there. Yeah.
They be like, yo, medic, yo, doc, what happened? My penis, it kind of caught a spot of rigor mortis. Help me.
Lord mercy. Lord have mercy.
This conversation just went south.
Oh man, yeah, be like, yeah. And what do you want? I want a woman. I want her. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't be the real fit guy either, or the real shaped guy. They'll be like, mm-hmm.
Oh, they take their own sweet time on that one. They're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They send you in there wildebeest. I feel better now. I feel much better.
You know what's so funny? I had a gentleman. He came in the tent, right? And I did a physical examination. And I told him, I said, what's really going on? He said, Sergeant, you know what? I really just wanted to get out of work. I said, well, you know what? I said, at least you was being honest about it. I mean, I got you. I mean, you was doing you being honest about it. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm like, okay. I said, are you good now? Yeah. I'm gonna go back over there and do what they tell me to do. I said, all right.
Wow, yeah.
Well, yeah, the brother was honest though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's something rare that we're not used to anymore. Honesty. Like, wait a minute. She's being honest? Wait a minute. She works out? And she's black? Oh, no. We need to call the police. Karen!
Right.
Get some Karens out there. Get the parakarens, the Karens that jump out of the plane, the C-130s. Parachute out. The Karen Force. Yeah. All of them sound like Fran Drescher. Yeah. When they drop out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well, we found out who was snoring.
Who was it?
Underrated. He's talking in his sleep. Oh man, he said cut down an oak tree. You ain't shit for that. Oh my goodness. I was about to say, you fall asleep on us, man?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh man, this has been another epic one. Thank y'all for actually.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
This is one for the ages right here.
Yes, it is.
And are you available for the panel today, or another time about this time, or a little earlier this week?
Okay, so my sleep schedule is all over the place. I just happen to wake up at around midnight Central Time. So right now it's going on 3:00 Central Time. But I mean, I'll definitely be on the lookout for your panel. And thank you for allowing me on your platform to speak. Because I understand that this is a predominantly male space, so you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, we like speak. See, we're not like everybody else. We're not scared of females. We like them. We like the graceful. We like the graceful ones. We don't like the loud.
Yeah, me and Shalonda go way back, don't we? I mean, me, Shalonda, Miss Gigi, we go way back.
At least you bring the lovely ones here, man. Because Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I know. They look like doggone Ajax. I ain't lying to you.
Shoot, I'm gonna tell you, I've had some curmudgeons over this motherfucker. So.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. It's okay if I can say one more thing.
You free to go.
I know with me, I'm not like I said, I'm not like the typical person. I know me personally. I like to have balance. So me being in an all female environment, I just would not go well. It just wouldn't go well with me because I mean I need some masculine energy. I know, and some black women they may not even admit this. I understand that some black women are on that I don't need a man kick, but see, I can swallow my pride and say I need a black man in my life. I need some masculinity
Oh
to
yeah.
help balance me because it's just it's too much estrogen and there ain't no masculine man. I'm like I can't be in an all female environment. No,
Oh,
that's not.
trust me.
No.
One day I'm gonna have an all female panel, and I'll just be the question giver, just like I did with the police. If you get a chance, hopefully you like to subscribe the channel, hit that bell, because I'm gonna try to do a weekly police conference through black police officers. We were successful with the last one. We got it done. We even had Dr. T.S.R. Johnson asking some questions that he didn't know. So we were just informative about how the procedures and how things go. Hopefully we could get one about, black law enforcement and military women, and to see the struggles and triumphs they go through, and the type of and do they believe in submission? Do they believe in black men? Do they want black men? I'm pretty sure we already know what you're gonna say. Back to basics, but it'd be interesting to get that going. To be like, what are y'all willing to do to get a black man, a great black man, an effective black man? And
Right.
you got some sisters out there who kind of find out from my algorithm, most people are like 35 and below who listen to the Faulkner man. So a lot of teenagers, a lot of 20-year-olds are listening, and they're like, okay, I'm going through the same problem. Yeah, and we try to promote femininity and masculinity and harmony. Damn, got to put that on a t-shirt. Fuck y'all. Trademark. But anyway.
Yeah, you should do that, Charles. Write this stuff down. Get your Teespring account.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
I'll buy a shirt from you.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to get my thank you for watching me talk my shit, and all you got was this lousy t-shirt.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, they'll be like, if that t-shirt actually says it, yes, it does. And it's definitely a pleasure having you up here. So it's don't be a stranger. Anytime you want to come back, come back.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to drop back down into the chat because, like I said, this is predominantly a male space, and I'm just going to do that if you don't mind.
Like you said, you need some masculine energy. I feel the exact opposite because I do not believe in that saying "bros before hoes." Well, that's the problem. See, they too busy getting with hoes and not ladies.
Uh-huh. And that's the big issue.
Well, on that note, thank you for allowing me to come up. And I'm out.
Anytime. Thank you. I just love the ladies who come up here, man. They be like so soothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Ooh, any last thoughts? I gotta go ahead and do this damn paperwork.
Man, as always, Charles, man, I'm definitely enjoying your panels. I've known of you for some time. I just never came on the panels, but you got some good you got some common sense approach to handling things.
I appreciate it, man. I try to keep it that way because most people said your show is smooth. You don't do too much yelling. I try not to, man. I try to keep it light, keep it funny. I like to keep people thinking. Like sometimes we might veer off a little bit from the opening statements, but then the conversation gets more fluid. I love it. That's what people like about it. It doesn't just get fixated on one thing. It keeps people interested. Always a pleasure, Ern. Chaos, you there? Chaos. I know underrated and chaos. Underrated, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Any last thoughts you'd like to share with the people?
I would say there's a thanks again that for these conversations. and we need our space. And I urge black men to create more space because we're going to need it in these times. And to understand that we are under attack, and even the black women that believe in our existence is under attack. And those are the ones need to be protected. And so, and I just want to thank you to help me push through and everything. Like I said, check out some I hey some bangers. Yesterday, I want y'all to check it out and everything, and understand us black men. Let's continue to be leaders and stuff, and believe in the brotherhood and build on it, cause that's all we got. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep my little ass up. It's like ain't shit little on me, but oh shit, I spelled it wrong. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the cash app. Back to basics. I'm gonna put Chaos's actual cash app up. I know he's probably asleep. I'll be torturing poor old Chaos doing these late shows. Let's see, what the hell is this? Let me see, that's not the right one. It's actually Chaos Reign with the N. So, yeah. So, I definitely appreciate the late night talk. I got to get some background music one day. Kill the
Shit,
monotony.
there's plenty of royalty-free music you can get. Check out this company called Epidemic Sound. They got some nice stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Get some nice background music.
Yeah.
And that's his cash app right there. Thank you once again. You are all great. Woo! Be safe to all. And please, if you're not subscribed to Sunny Boxing Talk, we're gonna do a combat sport panel one day soon. Let's subscribe to him. He's gonna be putting out some of that content. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some of them fire boxing and possibly MMA and kickboxing videos coming up.
Nice.
Because there's gonna be some damn good fights coming up because of this COVID, and we itching for that shit. So tell me. Oh, go ahead.
Have you ever, I know you're trying to go. Have you ever heard of it's a forum called parkour?
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay,
that's like running off of buildings and shit.
Yeah, free color. They call it free running or free falling. I've been
Mm-hmm.
checking out some of those these parkour videos. I would love to learn to do that. I'm not jumping out buildings and shit, but a lot of that stuff. I've been checking it out. I'm like, man, that's some interesting looking stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So shoot, it's gonna be. But okay, folks, y'all be safe. God bless, and woo. And we out.